gross.
Yeah. Alright, sounds good.
Just gonna check and make sure we're live. I'm in here.
What? Hopefully good. Clipboard right here. Put my kneeboard on too. Good?
Shit. So you'll be doing like all the work.
Alright, sounds good for me. I actually sort of have a simulator in my dorm I created when I got honeycomb with the throttles.
Oh, nice.
And the yoke, and I got Logitech rudder pedals.
Yeah, that's the way I started. I started out with a desk, just a throttle quad on a block of wood.
Yeah. It's great. I used Flight Simulator 2020, but they said it still has some bugs in it, you know?
I'm waiting for 12. I'm looking at Austin's weather, and it just looks absolutely amazing.
Oh, X-Plane 12?
It's too warm in here. Yeah. Oh, that's blowing on you?
Lightly. There you go.
That good or too much?
No, that's perfect. Alright, now to put this up. I believe it's this lever right here to the left. To move the seat up.
This on this side, you're going to be on that side. Just goes back like that, and then right.
Want another omelet?
And you can grab this one.
Sounds good.
And I'll pull you up. And then once you get to the spot that you want, and then just make sure you're locked in that one position.
Alright. Lock and hook it up.
Up first is the dispatch local. That's that whole packet I printed up. You can take that with you when you go if you want. I can see this selected. That is on the forward overhead, which is right here. You're just going to rotate that over to VH notice these are the larger switches, and then we have small switches. The small switches, they're just rocker switches. These, you actually have to pull out in order to rotate them, because they're locked in position, so you can't accidentally do anything to these ones. Alright, so wipers, left and right set to park. These are our wipers, these are set to park. Hydraulic pumps, electric 1 and 3 and 4, which are right here. These are off. Now 3 green, so green here is green. We have 3 green indicators, and we have 3 green indicators on the end over there as well. Weather radar test. Weather radar test. Fire warning system. So we're going to clear out the panel. That's going to get rid of everything. Yeah, you can just push that. And then we're going to do our fire warning test. We're going to take that to the left first for full in up. We should get an indicator on our lip. That just rotates to the left. This small one.
Oh, this small one?
Yeah. Yeah, if we got a fire, that's when we're going to use this.
Yeah.
So that gives us our overheat warning. If we go to the right, we'll get the red and the bells and let us know we got a fire. We'll get a fire warning. Just push it to the right. Now we have our bells and this comes up. If we actually had a fire, in order to move this, we have to push this button down in order to lift this handle up. And it's still not extinguished yet. You can still push this back down and forget it.
Yeah.
But once you go left and right, then you're going to get rid of your bottles.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's done. So fire warning is done, and it's been reset. So now we're going to connect ground power or APU. So we'll go to ground power first.
On?
That's one of the big ones here. So you got to lift it up and then pull it down. And now we want to confirm that we're on ground power. So we're going to come up to the AC side and just move that over to ground power and confirm that we have power. Alright, if we didn't have power, we're on 0. So we know we're on ground power.
Yep.
AC voltmeter select the ground power APU. Okay, we just did that. We went over to ground power.
Yep.
APU bleed switch is set. We're using unconditioned air from outside. So the bleed panel is over here. So we want to make sure that the packs are set to auto and the isolation valve is set to open, which it is.
Yep.
So our bleeds are set. Electrical panel check set. We're going to come back over to the electrical panel. We're set for battery. Set for ground power. This is on. We turn our galley power on so they can make coffee in the battery.
Alright, that's on.
Now we're going to go to the IRS selectors, left and right. We can turn them to NASA. That's on the left overhead. We're just going to rotate them to the NAV. Yeah, right here? Those two, yeah. And then, yep. Emergency exit lights to on. This is going to come down just to on. There should be a little bump here, but I can't find this right connector. It should be all the way down, but if it is, it turns them on. It shouldn't be. They should just be on. So I have to play with that one a little bit. Air conditioning panel is required. We don't have a full flight deck in the back. We have to worry about air conditioning, but yet the panel would be over here, and we could just recirculate the trim air switch. That's all, and that's good. And FMC CDU, we're going to enter our present position. So on here, see it says enter IRS head. You're going to hit the clear button on the lower bottom.
All right.
Right now, hit FMC. Now you see it says position initialization over here on the lower right.
Yep.
Press that. And now we're going to go to page 2 so we can get the information. So hit next page down here.
Next page. Yep.
Make sure it takes stuff. Hit it again. There you go. Now we want this first line right here. That's our position. So we're going to take that line select key there.
Alright.
Clear that out so this way you can actually see it. There you go. Now we're going to go back to the previous page and you're going to put it right inside where these boxes are. That's it. That initializes this. This is going to get this going, and within a few minutes we should be good. Alright, flap lever, verify that it's in the up position, which it is. It's up. We're showing no flaps here, and we're not showing any flaps on the air though.
Yep.
And parking brakes. So you're going to step on the toe brakes, and then pull the parking brake lever out, and then you can come off the toe brakes. And if you check on our electronic flight bag, if you go to, I believe it's ground services.
Ground services.
See, now it says set chocks instead of the chocks set, so they're off, so they're good. So that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yep.
And then exterior lights. We want to let everybody outside know that we've got power coming to the aircraft. So it's the daytime. If it was nighttime, we put the logo light on also.
Yeah.
But we're going to put our position lights on to stay. So this way, you know, we got Jews coming to the plane.
Yep.
They're out walking around. So,
Yep.
so the lights are good. That takes care of the originator flight. This gets done when we're cold and dark, first flight of the day. When we drop this off at Newark, where we're going, the next crew's going to come in. They're basically going to pick up from here. They're not even going to do that. They're just going to do this.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're going to start with the leading edge devices, which is on the aft overhead panel. What we're going to do now is we're basically going to come across this one. Alright. We're going to come down here. We're going to come down here, shoot over, come down, and continue like this, and then we'll do our lights.
Alright.
And that's the full panel. So the first thing you're going to do here is the leading edge devices. You're going to push that test button, make sure all those, make sure all those buttons, make sure that lights up, which does, good.
Yep.
Service interphone switch is off, which is going to be here, right, because we already did our IRS selector, so that's done. Reverse indicator light should be extinguished, which they are. So there's our reverse indicators, they're extinguished. EDC switches, on guarded. This is the electronic engine control switches. These are on. There should be guards. Plastic covers on this, but I don't have them. Yeah. Passenger oxygen check. We don't have oxygen in here, but it's looking like it's about 16, 17. So that's good. Passenger oxygen is also good. It's close. It's covered. It's locked. Our flight recorder. The only way they test the flight data recorder is to just turn it off and on, and this indicator light should go off. So we move it over to test, this goes back off, and we come back on.
Alright.
After that, we're going to our mock airspeed warning and stall warning. Stall warning we may not get because we don't have hydraulics. We can come back and check that. Sometimes it works. It depends on how this was left last night.
Yeah.
So we're going to press, and you can hear it.
Yeah.
So both of those are working. And you can hear the stall warning.
Yep.
In reality, this thing would be going like this.
Yeah.
And when that's going off, so.
Yeah.
Okay, flight recorder, Mach speed, stall warning, landing gear position indicator lights 3 green, which it is.
Yep.
And then the PSEU, I believe, is next. Yeah, PSEU indicator light is extinguished, which is this indicator light here. If this is on, maintenance has to come. This plane goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Alright. Where are we here? PSEU. Okay, crew oxygen. Now this is where we're going to check the oxygen flow and make sure it's good.
So right here?
See, my side's good. There you go, your side's
That's good.
Just have to move that mouse. See how that box popped up? Just click the button, and it should go away.
Which button?
On the mouse, either one, left or right, it should disappear. There you go. Alright, so the flow is good. I believe lights are next. Crew oxygen, flight deck lighting. Okay, now we're going to take that and move the lights up to test. And that puts on just about every light bulb in here. There's 2 bulbs that won't come on. And what we're going to do is make sure we don't have any bulbs that are around. Because if we got a problem with, like here, overheat, and that bulb's burnt down, we'll never know.
Yeah.
So all they do is they run across, they check all the lights, make sure none of these bulbs are burnt out as they come down and check each one of these. Like I said, 2 of them are going to be out. This is going to be out, and the wheel well is going to be out. Everything else should be lit up.
Yeah.
Which they pretty much are. And then we're just going to go back to bright or dim, whichever one you want. And that is the lights test. Okay, now we're going to start with the forward overhead flight control panels check, which is here. Now we're going to work our way down this way, right? So these are covered, they're locked, covered and locked. This is off, these are off. You're going to take the yaw dampener and turn that on. That indicator light should extinguish. Alright, our navigational stuff is all set up for normal. If we have any problems, we can go both on one side, both on the other.
Yeah.
But you'll notice this only has left-sided IRS, so if we lost that, we'd be in serious trouble. A real plane doesn't have that. We do though. Alright, electrical. Okay.
Navigation.
That's done, nav's done. We're on auto and we're on normal for the displays. Now we're going to check our crossfeed. You're going to turn that to the right. That should go, then it should go dim. That should go dim. Did I miss it? Okay, hold on. Right. He must have changed his code. I'm going to have to let Duncan know. Because that should go bright as it's in motion. Once it gets in position, it goes dim.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to have to let Duncan know about that. That must have been a new fix. I just updated to 0.6, so the latest version.
Gotcha.
Alright, so now we're up to the fuel pump switches, I believe, right? Crossfeed valve. And Oh no, we did that already. Okay, electrical panel check and set. This is basically set. Equipment cooling, both of these are set to normal. Emergency exit lights are set. Passenger signs, going to bring both of those down to on. Window heat, we're going to test. What we're going to do now is the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we have power.
Yep.
Right. Then we're going to turn them on. And then we want to check the overheat. Push this to the overheat. Now these are not going to turn off, so we have to recycle them now and bring them back on. And that takes care of the window heat. Probe heat is up next. This is not modeled in the Zebo mod, but if you push this button, this temperature probe indicator light should extinguish, but it doesn't because he didn't do this yet.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't do anything in the Zebo mod anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, probe heat, anti-ice. We're in freaking Miami. We're in Fort Lauderdale. It's beautiful out. We're not going to need anti-ice. Hydraulic pump switches A and B. We're going to confirm that these bad boys are still off. We don't want nothing out there moving on the ground crew. If this was a real video recorder, we could actually run a test. You'd see the gauge move as we speak, and then you can erase that little thing.
Man.
Same thing with the pressurization panel. If this was a real panel, as we started to climb, these would actually move. I could change these, but one of these days I get to it. Cabin pressurization, air conditioning panel, right, we don't have a back, we don't have to worry about that. Alright, bleed air control panel, test and set. Our packs are set to auto. We're going to test the wing bottle overheat. These should light up when we push this. I was going to say, he must have worked on that as well. Trip reset, I don't think this does anything. It should actually reset that, but alright, the packs are auto. This is set to open. These are off because we're still on ground air. Now we're going to set our cruise altitude. Cruise altitude for this flight, for that one they just ran, was 36,000. So this, we're just going to spin this up till we get to 36,000. If we forgot that, as soon as we got above 10,000 feet, you'll see the alarm start going off.
Yeah.
I'll let you know, get on air or get below 10,000 feet because you didn't set this.
Yeah.
If there was something wrong with this, we can close and open that up manually and adjust the pressure if we had to. Same thing with this. We're set to auto now. We want to make sure that the alternate's working as well as manual. And we come back to it. Once this is done, we're basically up to our lights and our engine starts selected.
Alright.
So the only light that should be on now, because it's daytime, is going to be the position lights, right?
Yeah.
Now this is the first flight of the day, so we're going to take the engine selector and move it over to the left. Crew comes in at Newark, where we are, they're going to move that to the other side. This way both of these wear out evenly. We just go from one to the other, back and forth. Bad weather, you're coming in, you're going to have this on bolt, and these will be on continuous, so if they do flame out, they'll kick right back on again, but we're in good weather, we don't get any of that stuff. Alright, pressurization panel, exterior lights, and the ignition switch we just did. And this one starts on the right, so we can start with the right first light. Doesn't really matter. Now we're going to obtain ATIS. So we look on the chart, I'm sure you're familiar with those, and then just look for the ATIS frequency that's on the top of that chart.
Alright.
Probably sideways because it's too long.
Yeah. ATIS info.
Should be on up near the upper left-hand side of that chart. On the right-hand side. You can be able to zoom in too if you move your fingers and then move it all the way to the other side. See, over here it's going to be there because it's turned sideways.
Oh.
See, it says ATIS up on the top, 135.
Yeah, 135.0.
So we're going to tune in 135 here.
So right here?
And then we'll transfer it over to the other side so we can
135.0, I believe.
And then hit the transfer button.
Active.
So now we're going to get ATIS from
Sky conditions 25,000 scattered. Temperature 2.18. Altimeter 3003.
So we got to put 3003 in here. So that gets done up here. You're going to spin this until it gets to see. It says, see how this goes up and down?
Yeah. So
you're just going to move that to
3003.
3003. And I've got it set up where it would automatically go do mine. I don't have to do mine as well.
Yeah. So 3003, got it.
Okay, so we got our ATIS. Then we would normally get clearance if we were actually running a real flight. We would get clearance. So, but we're not going to need clearance. But you can actually tune in clearance if you want and see if that frequency is up.
Let's see. Clearance. Well, ground is 121.4. The alternate is 121.7. Air control. Clearance is 120.4.
So you can pop that one in and transfer it over. We'll just see if it's online. We should get some. We should hear some sound files.
Arriving runways 10 left.
128.4.
If not, then we go to ground. Okay, we would tune into this and then we would get our clearance the way we normally would, like you do with Cessna. If you're running an actual flight, you're not going to practice area. Alright, so we got that, we got clearance. Now we're going to program the flight management computer. So this is where we're going to come into the Fmc. So now, our reference airport is going to be KFLL, right, for Fort Lauderdale, so you have to type that in on the keypad.
So do I type this first?
No, you're going to put that in afterwards. So just type in KFLL there. This keypad runs a little bit different than your normal keypad. So. And then hit the line select key right next to it.
Here.
And we're at gate C2.
We're at gate C2. Gate.
Alright, now we're going to go, we'll put in our route information, so hit the line select key there. Now the origin, see how it automatically put in Fort Lauderdale for you? Now you can just pop that button and put it in. And now we got to type in Newark, KEWR. No, you got to, clear that. Hit the clear on the lower right side there. And then put in KEWR for Newark. And then put it in the line select key there. Now it's going to ask us if we have a company route. Now I made one up before we left. I wasn't sure if you had one. So what you can do is hit that button there to cheat a little bit. The one above it, KFLL. And then put it right down here in the keypad. Now we're going to type in KEWR next to it. Because that's what I saved the flight plan as. I didn't take the E. KEWR. And now hit company route. There you go. Now, you can activate that route. Alright, the flight number is 1913. Oh, it didn't take the one. And runway. Now, when we listened to ATIS, they said, what runway were we using? Were we using 10 left? We can go back and listen to it again.
Yeah, I believe it was 10 left.
Okay, so we can put in 10 left on the runway. On 0L.
And then
you go, that's it. Now you can hit execute. That'll allow us to go to our preference initial image. So now here we can get our zero view weight. It may give it to you. If you press the ZFW line select key, it may give it to you on its own. Okay, there you go, good. Reserve, I have 2,500 pounds, you can put in 2.5. And then the cost index, American Airlines runs at 30. I don't know what United runs at, so you can put in the cost index of 30. And then our flight level is going to be 360. So you can put in 360 by itself, or you can type in 36,000. Either one of the two. And it'll put it there.
nice.
So now you can execute that. And yeah, we got to put fuel in the plane. And we'll do that from over there in the flight.
Alright,
Yeah, you gotta do that. Take care of the text if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, do your text. We're in a hurry. And unless you're in a hurry, I'm here all day. So I'm not going anywhere.
So let's do, so we're gonna go ground services.
Yeah, and then there should be something for weight and fuel and all that.
Alright.
Go back. Hit the back button.
Let's go back.
Ground services. Oh yeah, weight, fuel, and balance, yeah. And then payload. And then, what do we got? I don't know. Maybe 20,000 pounds might be enough.
Yeah.
We can actually go take a look if you want. We can see what's required. See what's on the paperwork.
Okay, credit number. Show me. Montreal.
I'm used to Delta Airlines paperwork. United puts their maps up front.
Oh, gotcha. So now will I be able to save this video to like my camera roll?
Sure, you can actually record it off of YouTube if you want.
Oh yeah, sounds good to me.
Well.
Yeah, anything.
CI 30, flight level is 260. Minimum takeoff 22,088. We go to 23 and 24,000 pounds if you want. Pretty close at 25.
Alright.
So yeah, finish what you're doing with that.
That's okay. Alright, so
So
now.
now just hit the you see what says 14,851. Press that, yeah, and then just put in 25,000 if you want.
Oh. Guess we're doing 25,500.
And then just hit enter, and it should change. There
Alright.
you go. Yeah, see now we're at 25.3. So we can clear that message. Okay, so now we've got... Okay, now we want to go to our N1 limits. Now, I know that Fort Lauderdale's got some pretty long runways and we're not that heavy. So we can actually derate, I could check the paperwork, but we could derate to 2 if you want to give us a longer takeoff roll. The reason why they do that is they conserve the engines. They don't want to beat them up if they don't have to. So they don't rev them as high to take off, so this way they get longer life out of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we derate that. Now we're going to go to takeoff. Right, now we want to get our CG. So if we go into that flight bag again, see CG 21.3 right up on top. So you're going to put that in your CG 21.3 and put that in your CG, yeah. And it's going to be a flaps 5 takeoff. So I'm going to put in flaps 5, just put in 5. And now we have our reference speeds. So you're going to hit the line select key next to each one of these to put it inside the box. So just hit those buttons next to the dashed lines and it'll put them in there for you. So now 135 is our V2 speed, right? That is the slowest we can go if we have to climb out on one engine. So what we want to do is we're going to put 135 up in here. Take a look at our flight plan.
There you go.
So we can take a look at our departures. And now, we want to take a look at our flight plan. We're going to rotate that over to the right to plan. And then we can actually go through our flight plan one at a time. If you go into your legs page. Right here.
Right here?
Yep, hit your legs page. Now we can actually go through the entire flight plan and make sure that it's all fine. So all you have to do is just hit step and it'll step through the entire flight plan. And if that's not out wide enough, you can actually increase the distance if you want. But then it gets a little bit too muddy as you get closer to our destination.
Yeah.
But you can see that the entire flight plan is in there pretty good.
Yeah.
The only thing we're going to need is we're going to need a departure and we're going to need an arrival. The arrival we'll get, when we get closer, we know what the winds are and all that.
Yeah.
So we know that we're going to depart at a runway 9. So if we go into departure and arrive, you click on that. And click on DEP for Fort Lauderdale. Now, 10 left. Yeah, I'm thinking runway 9. So we're at 10 left. These are all the instrument departures that are available to us. When I looked at the sheet, OPS 1 was the one that was included. So if you select OPS 1, right, and it's the one-way transition, so you click on that, and then you're going to hit execute. Oh, it didn't take. And then we can go back and take a look at the legs page. Right, and now, let's zoom in so we have a better view of that. Now you can see how we're going to go.
Yeah.
Right, so now that shows our departure route, and if we step through this will step through each one of these and take us all the way. And eventually we'll end up all the way at the... Let's get to the next page. And that'll bring us right out to FAK, which is probably going to start. If we were to actually go into that and bring up KEWR, we can do that when we're in cruise. We're going to be in cruise for a while.
Yeah.
We can go over that and we can take a look at Newark and all the different stars that are there and whatnot.
Yeah.
Alright, so this can go back to map if we're happy with that. So you just rotate this back to map and then select what you want. I usually keep it around 10. If that's too far out, you can bring it down even lower to make it easier for you to see the magenta line.
Yeah.
Depending on how you fly, some individuals, as soon as they hit 400, they're on autopilot, some of the captains, because they can't be bothered. Some of the guys want to play. They'll actually fly the plane all the way up to 10,000 feet. Some of them will just take it through some of these turns, like we got some of these crazy turns until we get to a straightaway, and then they'll go on. So, you want to play all the way up to 10,000? You can play all the way to Newark if you want.
Yeah.
It don't matter to me. But, okay, so ATIS clearance flight management computer is done. Now we're going to work on the pedestal. Right, so the pedestal, if we had clearance in here, we could put ground in here.
Ground. 121.4.
Alright, so put 121.4 in there and then transfer it over to active. And you know what? I gotta set up pushback. I didn't set up pushback. Let me set up pushback. Sometimes pushback works, sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully it's gonna work today.
Alright. Did your phone die?
What?
Did your phone die?
No, I was trying to get your attention for some time. My mom was calling.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Well, I'm here. We're gonna push back soon.
My phone breaking out.
No, it's okay.
What you gotta do? No big deal.
Oh, no, it's alright. I just, wanted to have it right here. Alright. So, pushback is all set up?
So that's already set up. Okay, so we got... Alright, so now we're gonna set up an Fmc radio. So you got ground in there?
Yep.
Ground is
Exactly.
there, and we can put tower over here and standby.
Tower. That's clearance. Tower 119.3 or 120 point. Let's do 119.
Yeah, if there's more than one, you can try both of them, see which one might be active. One of them might be turned off.
It seems to be that both of them are active. 119.3 and 120.2.
Well, they may not play any sound files through here. One of them may actually work, and the other frequency may not be included in the program. So, but we'll know. If we don't hear anything, we'll just switch to the other frequency. That's no big deal. All right, so that's in. We're going to set our map radios in case we got to come back to 10 left. If you go up to search in the upper left-hand corner there, oh, you don't even have to. We're in full loaded already. Go
Yeah.
to approach, APP, and then we're down the list for 10 left. Oh, it's right up on top.
Oh yeah, there it is. 10
And
left.
then just, 10 left. Hit the one for the eyeglass. Just click hit that for 10 left. What we want to get is the frequency and we want to get the heading. So the heading is what, 96?
Heading. Yeah, 96.
And the frequency is 110.1. So, yeah, they're already in here. So all you have to do is transfer this over to the other side, and I'll transfer that one over. And then up here, it's 96. We're going to put 96 in here, and we'll put 96 in here. If we got a problem on climate and we got to come right back, we're already programmed.
Yeah.
So, alright, now 2200 we're in, and this should be on standby. This is our TCAS. Alright, so the radios are done, that's done. That is done. That should be done. That should be off running now. That's good. This is good for now. Now we can come up to our ATIS panels. You can set it up wherever you want it. We're in Florida, so you're really not going to need terrain, but if you're in Colorado, something
Yeah,
like
terrain.
that, you're going to want that.
Or Nevada. I do flights from Fort Lauderdale to like McCarran, and I really need terrain for that because you got all the canyons and dips and stuff like that, especially at night.
So I wouldn't even bother with that, with terrain. I would put the weather on so we can do position, data, airport. If it's already there, if the airport disappears, then just hit it again, and then station passage. That's all.
There you go.
So, yep, that looks good to me. Alright, so the EVIS panels are now done. Now we're going to do the MCP. So you're going to be on the master, so that's going to get flipped up. Alright, so you're on the master, and I'm going to be on the slave. Our course heading is already set. Our initial heading out is going to be, 96? So you can do this to 96. And if we had an initial cleared altitude, that's what would go in here, but we're not flying online, so we can just set that to 36,000. We go right on up. is done.
There you go.
Clocks. Oh, I don't have clocks in here. There should be a clock in there and a clock on my side. I actually cheated and I put it right in there instead of buying the gauge. Alright, so the wheel well is closed and it's locked. Now you want to check your main panels, your display units and your lower display units. As you rotate them, move that to the right, you'll see your nav down here. So let's say one of these monitors burned out and you need your nav display, you can actually move it to another monitor. Same thing with the other side. That'll move your other displays over here. And if you bring it back, you'll get your engine data, you'll get your primary flight display, and you'll get your multifunction display. So, and then that just goes back to normal. So that's been checked. Now we want to check our auto flight system. That goes up to 1. Make sure we get the 2 yellow lights, and then down, and then you'll get your red and your yellow together. So that's good. These aren't set because I don't have these gauges. So this would be set to auto, this would be set to auto. We're going to reset our fuel flow, so that's going to go up. And you're going to set this down to RTO for rejected takeoff. That's it. This whole side is set, that is set. And it's going to bring us down to the throttle part, should be next, right? Most wheel steering, main DUs, that's done. Auto flight enunciators, primary flight displays, standby gauges, yep. And RMI, yeah, that's the easiest. That I don't have set up. I don't have the gauges, that's just a screen behind it, it just follows that screen. You actually can't make any changes with any of this stuff, so if we could, then we'd go ahead and set the standby gauges.
Yeah.
We should be up to standby gauges, RMI, and speed, flow, we already did that. Oil breakers is set to rejected takeoff. Engine loops confirm enough oil and hydraulic pressure, right, so we've got, well, the engines aren't running, so we gotta wait till they're up and running. Speed brake lever is down, right, it's locked. Our reverse levers are down, right, our thrust levers are down, flaps are up, right, the stabilizer trims are set to normal, our fuel cutoff, parking brake is set, we're all good. Now we want to check and make sure that the config warning system works. So bring throttle 1 up and we should get a config warning.
Yep.
And then do the same thing for the other one. Alright, so we know that that system's working. So that takes care of this. Now we're going to check the bottles, make sure that we have extinguishers. So you're going to move that to that side, this one here.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, this is where your bottles are. So move it, push it to the left, you should get 3 green lights, meaning that we've got 3 bottles filled. That's not lighting. That's interesting. Bottles are dead. That's something else I got to talk to Duncan about. That should light up red.
Yeah.
These are down and locked, yes. Yep. Now we better not have a fire, because they're out. Right, once that's done, we would come over our cargo test and hit that. We can clear this out also. And we see we get our fire warning indicator. It's only going to come on when it's like this. In the real plane, you'd have to reset it, but here it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alright, so fire warning is done. The bottles have been checked, they're empty. Alright, we don't have a HUD, so there's no HES to check. Transponder is set to 2200 and it's on standby. Rudder and aileron trim is set to 0. Well, I got them set up on here because I don't have a door. If I do this, they'll automatically go to 0. If we look at the rudder trim, you see how it moves?
Yep.
And if I do this, it sets them back to 0. Because I don't have a door to lock. No, cheap. We're going to check our TCAS. On a real plane, they got a test on here. I have it set up to the right side because the right side, I don't have the right side. So if we move this to the right and then move it back, now we get our test. So that's going to run through a TCAS test. And then the last test is just a ground proximity warning. Them APU, start them up, come off there, start them and ready.
Alright. So.
You see, when we get to Newark, as of right now, we're going to have 10,500 pounds left. But we've got some winds we're going to have to deal with, so that's probably going to come down.
Yeah. Alright. You ready to go?
You got to wait for it to finish its test. We'll do a short test on the ground proximity. If you touch it and let it go, it does a short test. If you hold it, it'll run through the long test.
Yeah.
Alright, so that passed. Begun.
There you go.
Do a short test. So that takes us to the ground proximity warning system, which is right here. So we're basically done up to just before push. So now we know our ZFW, right, our zero fuel weight. We have our M1s, they're already in. Right, we got our stab trim is already set. Right, we set our stab trim. Right, did it say what the trim was? It should be 5.
Yeah.
25 and 2.5 and CG is 21.3. Where is my number? 5.50.
Yep.
I don't know why that wasn't there before. The trim is on that side right here. Trim down and trim up. So you bring that down, you can see that number move. Right, we want to go to 550, so bring it up to 550. Or 549, 551, if you get it that close, we could. That's not too bad.
That's good.
Alright, so the trim is now set. Fuel pumps, right now the fuel pumps are going to come on. We have fuel in the center tank, so we're going to use them. So now we're going to pull them out and bring them down. All the fuel pumps, we're going to turn them all on. Okay, now we're going to start the APU. So now the APU, we're going to go off to on and make sure we get our low oil indicator.
Low oil pressure.
Move it to start and then just let it go until it's spring loaded.
Now I gotta wait for the APU to start.
It's going to start, yeah, see it's blinking?
Yeah.
Once it's up and running, it's going to go solid, you get a line here. If I had a real gauge, you'd actually see the gauge go all the way up and come back down.
Yeah.
One of these days. They make the gauges, I just have to get them installed.
Gotcha.
So once the APU is APU power, they usually wait a minute before they go on APU bleed air. This way, if there's any soot, it's not going to get in the cabin.
Yeah.
Passengers bitch and moan. I smell smoke!
Yeah.
Okay, the APU is up and running, so now we're going to go on APU power. So we're going to move these two down to put them on. Confirm on APU power by going over to APU gen, and we are. Okay, so we're good. So let's say we waited a minute, right? APU's been up and running a minute, and now we want to set our packs. So the packs are already set to auto. We're going to take our isolation valve and just come up to auto. Take the APU bleed air and turn it on.
Alright.
Now we have, we're basically disconnected from outside.
Alright. Hello. Alright, now we're going to call for pushback. No, it's okay. I want you to be here.
No, you can be there.
Yeah.
Now you're going to go back to ground, the ground services.
Let's go.
You're going to request pushback.
Alright. Ground cruise.
Services.
Oh, ground services.
Yeah, right there. And then better pushback.
Better pushback.
Pushback.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Okay, that's it. Now you can go back and back and back and go to the PA and give the announcement to the passenger in the back that we're getting ready to get out of here. Alright, it should go back.
There it is, PA system.
And then just welcome aboard. And that just gives them the welcome message in the back. That's all that does.
Yep.
It doesn't do anything for the sound. We're still going live, right?
Yep.
Now we just gotta wait for them to push us back. Hopefully they'll push us back. I had a problem with it yesterday. I turned it off, turned everything back on, and it worked. So
Sometimes you gotta reset it. That's sometimes flight simulator 2020 does that. The biggest thing that I found in 2020, sometimes the rudders are a little messed up, but other than that, it's a great game. The graphics are brilliant. Everything. I mean, I found my house. I found everybody's houses. I mean, it's...
what I did down here, I first put in, before I put in Orbix, I put in ortho photo reel.
Yeah.
I put in 18, 19, and I went flying around. I said, look, so there's our house.
Yeah.
I was like, I can see the pool. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
But all the ortho's going to be gone when 12 comes out because you're not going to get the seasons then.
Yeah.
At least I don't think you are.
Yeah. should parking brake be?
Yeah, well, they're going to tell us to turn it off once they lift us up. Hopefully they're going to lift us up and back us out of here.
Yeah.
If not, we'll have to do it on our own. It's going to lift us up.
They should do it soon.
Yeah. Alright, we'll have to back out on our own. It probably won't be pretty, but we can go back into ground services and then just hit terminate, disconnect and all that.
And terminate.
Okay, so now we're going to have to start the engines before we back out of here.
Yeah.
Since we're not using that. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is air conditioning, bleed panel, check and set, make sure that we've got enough. Alright, we got enough bleed air packs. Auto is set. Alright, start pressure is adequate for start. Anti-collision light's going to come on. So we're going to take the anti-collision light and turn that, just flip that down. Let them know that we're getting ready to start up. There goes our bleed. Okay, pushback time is noted, and we're going to start. The start sequence is 2 and then 1. So we're going to start number 2 first, so you can push that down and just rotate it to the left to ground. Hold it there, and by the time it gets to, it should be locked now.
Should be locked?
Yeah, you can let it go. Yeah, it's locked now.
Yep.
Now we're going to come down here, and we're going to wait for the low oil pressure indicator to extinguish at about 21 on the M2, and you're going to pull this out like this, and then come up to idle.
That's 17.1.
She's really acting up today. I bring it up anyway. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna have to cycle. Either that or Zebo really did something like that. That's weird. That's very strange. Because that is good. That is good. That is good. Oh, you know what? The doors. Close the doors. The doors are still open. And he closed the doors. I see the forward entry and the cargo doors.
Yeah.
On that flight, on the electric flight bed.
For the doors?
I wondered if because they're hooked up.
Is it Avitab?
Move that in the up position. Push this up. I want to see if the other one jumps up too. Well, that's weird. We'll do it the hard way. I'll reprogram it, but I'm going to set it up where we're up and running.
Alright.
All the switches are fine the way they are. That's very weird. Same gate up and running. I got a few notes for Duncan. And let's bring that up since we're going to be starting with them up and running.
Alright. Right one up. Alright. Looks good. either. You like it? No, of course not. Of course not. Yeah. Only what I'm going to be doing, with JetBlue they have A320s, they don't have 737s, so the yoke is going to be a bit different, and the throttles and some of the electronics. I'm surprised you haven't taken any pictures. Should I hit master caution?
Yeah, you can clear that now.
Course 96, everything else seems to be good.
It's just in case the rest of that stuff should be good. That's good. That's good. Let's go with the watch. Check the lights real quick.
Now my only weakness when I fly the Cessna 172s, taxiing.
Yeah.
The rudder is just so confusing. I mean, it's not confusing, but it's hard to control, you know? Like, put it on the center line of the taxiway.
Used to steering like this,
Yeah.
you're sitting there going down the runway like this, so...
Yeah.
Well, plus you also like this, depending on the wind,
Yeah.
keep the wing down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, especially when you're taxiing, but I've gotten a lot better at it now that I have the rudder pedals for my own simulator.
Big problem with steep turns. I did steep turns
Yeah. Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the time. Took me a while to get it.
Yeah.
That's good, that's good, that's good. We are up and running, yes. Yes, we
Looks to be like it.
brakes are set, that's set. They should be set. Departure, that is set up.
You want to try the pushback again?
You know what? That actually might work. Let's try it. Restart, that might work.
Yep.
Please show me where you want to go. Nice, it works this time.
Alright, we're gonna go to ground services, better pushback.
He's already driving up.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, I said him to just come.
There you go. Are the doors?
Yeah, everything, we should be buttoned up now.
Alright.
Engine's running now, so once we have the engines running, like let's say we just started bolting them up, right?
Yeah.
So now we want fuel cutoff levers. We want to verify that they're idle detent, which they are. They're up at idle and they're in the detent. They can't slide up and down, right?
Yeah.
Engine generator switches are on. Those are the two that I moved over here when we're dead. AC voltmeter selected, Gen 1 or Gen 2. This is where you're going to come up here and go to 1 or 2. See, we've got nothing on APU.
Yeah.
APU's not running. So we can move this to Gen 1 or Gen 2. It doesn't matter, just to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Probe heat switch is on. So I'm going to take these two switches, I'm going to flip them down and turn them on.
Right now?
Yep. Same thing for the hydraulics. Now before, if we didn't get the sounds coming out of here.
Yeah.
Now we can go back and check because we have hydraulics.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Probe heat, wing engine and hydraulic pump switches are on, air conditioning panel is set. Okay, so now auto. Now I'm going to come off the APU bleeds. I'm going to go on the engine bleed. So this is going to come out, come down. That's going to come off, and that's going to come on. So now we're on. Alright, we're getting out of here. Step on the brakes, and then release the parking brake. Just push it forward. And then release the brakes, and we're gone. They're going to push us back.
Alright, perfect.
Alright, so that's good. We don't need the APU anymore, so the APU can get turned off.
Oh, nice. Here we go.
Now you can come back to here. Progress page. Normally now he would be telling us to start the engines, and now he would be turning on the anti-collision and doing all that.
Yeah.
So now while he's, actually we can wait until he's done. Let's go to bring up systems data. That's going to be nice. Once he lets us go, we'll check the control surfaces.
Yep.
It's one of the few things I don't like about Fort Lauderdale. Is that mirrored glass. It looks so nasty. They never should have bothered.
Yeah. I actually got a modification on Flight Simulator 2020 for the mirrored glass, so it looks a lot better. It you see like the people in the airport walking around and stuff, and like in Vegas, I got a modification that you see the slot machines and stuff inside the terminals, and it's awesome. They definitely overdid themselves with that game. There's just a lot of bugs.
So I wonder what it'd be like if I'm trying to pull 3 4Ks, if I'm going to run surround on 2020.
Yeah.
My internet service provider would probably cut me off.
Yeah. That's for sure. And I don't even think Flight Simulator 2020 has a cockpit configuration option yet.
No.
Soon it will, but I think that's in a year.
Press the toe brakes and then come back over the toe brakes and then you disconnect.
Alright.
Yeah, see, better pushback is quirky. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. At least you don't gotta tell which direction you gotta go though.
Well, this was easy because there's a building behind us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, usually I gotta wait to figure out what runway I'm using. You're gonna turn us this way, that way.
Yeah.
It's fairly easy.
Yeah.
So here, we're just gonna come down here, shoot left. Well, actually, you can get rid of that. Bring up the, have you used Navigraph? You know how to use Navigraph?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just go right back to the,
taxi?
Yeah, and bring up the map display, and then you'll see us as a triangle on the, ground map. Oh, hit that triangle up on top. See all the way up on top next to routes?
Oh,
hit the triangle next to it.
This one?
Yeah, hit that one. Yeah, there you go. See, now we're on the screen.
Yep.
There's that magenta triangle.
Yep, there we are.
Don't have it in the real plane, but
Yeah.
it does get there.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're all disconnected, so now we can check the control surfaces. So this is all set up for that. So I'm just going to move forward, back, left, and right, make sure that we have movement and they're all free and clear. Right. The same thing forward and back. Same thing with the rudder pedals. We move the rudder pedals back and forth. Actually, what they usually do is they hold on to the tiller while they do the rudder pedal. This way that doesn't move because they're reconnected. Alright, that's good. Then we go back to engine data.
There you go.
Alright, now let's see. That's done. And set exterior light, so we're going to put on our taxi light.
Taxi light should be right here.
We'll let them know. We're going to let the attendants know in the back.
Alright.
Get ready to get out of here. We're going to put our flaps to 5. And that's it. Now we can release the brake and taxi on down at 10 left.
Alright. You want to put it at 50?
Usually what they'll do is you check the ground speed. On straightaways, these big aircraft, they don't do more than 20. On the turns, they're doing no more than 10.
Yeah.
So, and your ground speed's right there.
Hook a left?
And we're going to, well, not this one, we're going to take the next left. You're going to swing out and go to the next one.
Gotcha.
And in that, we should just take all the way down to the end. It's just too fast. 13's fine. And if you want, you can use the tiller instead of standing on the brake. That'll steer you. That turns that front wheel left and right.
Oh.
Take that all the way down to the end. That's how they steer on the ground.
Yeah, this makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, because if you don't have any speed built up, your tail's, the rudder's not going to do any good.
Yeah.
So now we're just about 20, with the ground speed's just about 20.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice out there today. Yesterday I was up doing it. I wanted to check the software, make sure it was good for today.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was raining up there big time.
Wow. Yeah, it's, so you got Spirit, you got American, JetBlue, the NYPD, I actually have that model, that JetBlue model.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I actually modded Flight Simulator 2020, so I have the AI traffic and everything like that, like you see the planes taking off and stuff. It's brand new, but, it's really good. It's the first time I've ever modded a game, and I now have JetBlue, like, I can physically use the actual JetBlue plane. It's,
Plan on going Airbus with the side stick?
Yeah, just because JetBlue already has it, and they're switching their E190s, they're replacing their E190s with the A220s. So, you know, JetBlue's really all Airbus, so I might as well learn that because all Airbuses really have the same cockpit. Like the A320, A220, A321, they all really have the same exact cockpit. Only exception is the A350, which, you know, and I would say the A380, but that's been discontinued by this year. They stopped making them. So there we go a bit faster.
Good with Boeing, it's the 5.7 and the 6.7.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Everything else is, I mean, you may find the FMCs and the CDUs familiar.
Yeah. The 787 is oddly similar to the 737-800 flight deck, which I thought was weird because I flew the 787 from JFK to London on Flight Simulator 2020, and there was a lot of components that seemed to be very similar to the 737. Well, the 737 MAX, not the 800, but yeah.
I just can't get used to all that glass, man. It's just too many glass screens.
Yeah.
Now they have a placement program for you when you're done?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they, so luckily, with Lynn, I get to graduate in, or I get my commercial in 1,000 hours instead of 1,500, which is a really big help. They offer me a job, they place me as a flight instructor with the school, or I could do, you know, plenty of other things. There's a bunch of different ways that I can get my hours, and because I don't know exactly, I just pay for how many hours I really want. I'm working on my PPL right now, so that shouldn't be too much longer.
And you get your instrument, and you get your instructor, multi-engine,
Yeah, instrument is, I know the multi-engine for Lynn is really nice. It's a GO1000.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's double prop, really nice. It's a beautiful plane that they have for multi-engine, and it's got 6 seats in the back.
Nice.
So, definitely a bigger plane than the 172.
Oh, yeah. The 172 seemed big when I went from the 150? 152, was it?
Yeah, the 152, yeah.
I flew that out of Teterboro in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And that was a teeny tiny plane, and you get bounced around.
So now you got trained in Teterboro?
I went to Teterboro. I started in Teterboro, and then I wanted more of a mix of traffic, so I went out to MacArthur, out in Long Island.
Oh, okay.
I would drive.
Yeah. See, the good thing with Lynn is that I'm down at Boca Airport, and that airport is surprisingly active all the time. You see jets taking off every single day. I mean, you have, like, there's a jet taking off every 5-10 minutes, not even. So, That's I like how active it is. You have the air traffic control there, so I actually talk to air traffic control.
You talk to ATC, you go to some dead airport, you're not going to get used to it.
Exactly. Like I got to talk to air traffic control. It was nerve-wracking, but
Yeah, it is.
they said that I did good. I did really good, actually. The instructor only told me once, and I was like, alright, I'll say it. Return on this taxiway, the next one.
You go all the way to the end.
Alright. And we're not doing full toga?
Well, it's going to derate on its own. So we'll just stop at the stop short line, and then we'll go through,
Then we'll go off pre-takeoff.
just set the park and brake. So now we're going to go, let's say we got clearance. So we're going to put our landing lights on. We take the landing lights, we turn these on, our runway turn off lights are going to come on. We take our taxi light, turn that off. When it take our engine start select, this just go down over to continuous. Push it down, and it'll just stay there.
Alright, continuous.
Our position strobe is going to go strobe and steady now.
Alright.
I'm going to turn our wing light on.
Alright.
Let that go in the back. Right then we're taking off. I'm going to set your auto throttle. I'm going to turn on our TCAS, so we're on automatic. See, so instead of it being on standby, now we can actually see some planes down in there.
Yep.
Alright, so we got to go. We're pretty much good to go. We can go get rid of the brake, line up. And then when we're good for takeoff, once you get settled and stopped at that, we're going to bring the throttles up to 40%, let them stabilize, and then you're going to hit the toga button, and then you're just going to move the throttles up to 40%. Try to settle.
I like that 727. It's a good touch. That's actually at Fort Lauderdale.
So now you up to 40% on the throttles. Let them stabilize. Stay stabilized, and you're going to push that toga button, which is down here.
Right here?
Either side. It doesn't matter. No, that's the auto throttle disconnect. The one down at the bottom. See, down in the end. Push that.
Oh, yeah.
And then just bring the throttles forward to match what you got up there. And you can bring all the way up to the firewall. And then just track the cell on. You can get 80 knot call out. Check.
Check.
Speed tactic. Rubber
100 knots.
V1.
V1.
And we're looking for a 15-degree climb.
Alright, we're off. Gear up.
A little bit more. Just go all the way up to 15 degrees. That's about 15 degrees.
Right here.
See, now some pilots would be on autopilot already. As soon as they hear that 400, boom, and they're relaxing. So now you're just going to follow the magenta line. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. You ain't going anywhere unless I push those. Now you're going to follow those magenta lines. Was she making lunch? Dinner?
Yep.
Nice.
Alright, we're going up to 36,000.
See, now you see that one there? That lets us know that we're going to go to flaps 1. See that little 1 next to the speed indicator?
Yep.
And then once it gets to up, then we're going to call for flaps up.
Alright, flaps up.
Now turn to the left, follow that magenta line. You want to follow that. See those two boxes? You want to keep them like this?
Yep.
And you're going to follow that line right there on out. And we'll give you, actually, we'll give you 10. I'm not going to give you 1.
There you go. Now auto throttle's on?
Auto throttle, yeah, auto throttle. Yeah, as soon as we leave and you press that toga button, the throttles are taken care of for you.
Perfect.
Usually what they'll do is you hear V1, the hand comes off the throttle, and it's going to come on the yokes. You know, well, you're going to have a choice stick on the side.
Yeah.
And I would actually be holding my hands behind your hands.
Yeah.
Now we're looking for 10,000 feet basically, then we're going to turn off the lights and whatnot, get rid of the engine start selector switches.
Yep.
Clean up the aircraft. Take the pressure off the landing gear. Get rid of the hydraulics there as well.
Gotcha. I know when I'm working on my instruments, I go to Okeechobee, the Key West, those areas.
Yeah, Key West, nice.
Yeah, no, I've flown in Flight Simulator 2020. Even that is just insane.
Talk with Duncan, because this should be at 250 knots. It should be automatically 250 knots below 10,000 feet. Have a chat with Duncan. He must have made some big changes with this. This version in yesterday.
The new version's always a tad bit buggy.
Yeah. So now we want 18.
Alright, we're at 10,000 feet.
So we're going to turn the lights off. We're going to take our engines on, select this, turn them off. The logo light was on, that would be off. The green light would come off. Reject the takeoff. And I'll make the gear down to off, and then we would actually glance up here and take a look at our pressurization panel, make sure we're good. We're set for 36,000.
Yep.
Which we are.
Alright, let's engage autopilot at what?
Autopilot is right here.
Yep.
Pop that.
Alright, and LNAV is good?
LNAV, VNAV, it's already set up, yep. This will just take control from you and just put it on autopilot now.
Nice.
And that'll take us all the way into,
my friend...
now it's just monitor everything.
Yeah, my friend once said, being a pilot is, you just hitting a few buttons. I go, no, it's a bit more. So I showed him my flight simulator and everything that I had to do, and he goes, wow, I stand corrected. Here's why I stand corrected. I go, yeah. It's a bit, it's not as much flying the plane as it is knowing how to start it up, mainly.
Yeah.
Because flying the plane is different.
Yeah? Easy to start up.
Yeah. Like...
When I fly the Concorde, then oh my God.
Yeah, it's a military cockpit. It's but like the A320, for example, that's fairly easy to start up where everything's kind of in rows like this way. The 737's rows like this way, but the A320's kind of like rows like that. So, you know, they have, like, the newer planes are getting easier. The cockpits are getting easier.
They're getting cleaner, too.
Yeah, they're getting a lot cleaner. Like, this is the original, you know? Like, this is, like, the epitome.
This is a nice mix. It's not too crazy. Like
exactly.
27 or like, you know, the old Guppies, the 27, the 737, 200s, and the 100s.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of both. That's why I like the mix.
Yeah.
And I don't want like the 787 or the 777. I don't like sitting in here for 8, 9, 10 hours just in cruise doing nothing.
Exactly.
Oh, it's taking off and landing, so you do that.
Exactly.
It's up and down, up and
exactly. That's why I want to fly with JetBlue, because like their longest flight is 7 hours now, because they just opened up their routes to England. But I won't be flying that. I'd be flying more like 3, 4 hour flights maximum, because I'll be in the A320. I start out in the A220 though, so I'll be doing like Fort Lauderdale to Boston, stuff like that. You know, not the longest flights, but you know, not the shortest flights either. So I get to build on my hours and everything like that.
Oh, see, now we're above 18,000 feet. Now we go to standard pressure. You're just going to push that button that says standard.
Alright, that's standard pressure.
And that's it.
Alright.
Just monitor along the way.
Yep. And, what's a good altitude to turn the passenger signs off?
Actually, you can do it pretty much now. 18,000 feet, you can wait till you get to cruise. It depends on, it's airline specific for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, everything...
Bad weather, you can actually...
Yeah, the weather looks pretty good, so let's put...
And we're on a nice long straightaway, so you can, yeah.
So, fast seatbelts off. Alright, cabin lighting.
Uh-oh, I think it's ready.
Nice! There you go.
Are you gonna bring that up front for us? Gotta bring for the attendant.
This is like very young, creepy family pressure. She's
Yep, she is has been making omelets.
I kind of burned it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's back in Jersey. I'm actually heading to Jersey. Yeah, she's in Jersey. I'm heading back to Jersey Thursday. Thursday at 4:30 is my flight. I'm JetBlue Flight 6 with the A320. Yeah. Originally, I was going to take the A321 back home, but I wanted to see her quicker, so I switched it back to the A320. I was like, damn, I really wanted to fly the A321.
It really burned.
Oh my god. Actually, no, that's good though. No, that's not that bad. That's like perfect.
Yeah, that looks like golden brown.
Nah, that's perfect.
That don't look bad at all.
Nah, that looks really good. Does your family know that what I'm doing right now? Thank you. Yeah. Does everybody know what I'm doing right now? Does everybody know what I'm doing right now? No, it's not the best day of my life. It's one of the best days. Alright, everything seems to be good. 24,000 feet.
Only thing now is monitor electrical power, hydraulic system, cabin temperature, engine status, fuel flow, fuel usage, and plan your arrival.
Yep. Alright, and yeah, so we're at 25,000 feet. Now, another bug in Flight Simulator 2020, believe it or not.
It's at 352, just in case we lose any information. We got a reference line right there, the heading that we're supposed to be on.
Yep. So now, if in Flight Simulator 2020, so we're at 26,000 feet, past 26,000, there's a glitch, engines cut out, the plane like plummets to the ground. It's a weather glitch because they use live weather. Oh, lemon juice. Lemon juice. Oh, lime.
Either way, it's just
yeah. It's citrus. Can I say hi to your grandma? Can I say hi to your grandma and your mom? Hi. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm glad. Yep. You get to eat some good food. Nice. Yep. Oh wow, is this an actual feature on the 737?
Yeah.
Wow.
There it goes, yeah.
Wow, that's clever. I never knew that. There's a lot of things that I never really knew, but so now this ran you $100 grand, right?
Oh, you're not recording. I'm back.
Oh yeah, we're live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're on YouTube.
No, that's okay.
Hello, man. Cooking breakfast and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my girlfriend.
Oh, your girlfriend?
Yeah.
We're a cruise.
This is Mike's wife.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Hi, sweetie. How are you? Hi, Myra. I'm Dawn.
Yeah.
Okay, he's allowed anytime he gives my husband somebody to play with.
Yeah.
I love it. So I gotta go back to work, and a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah. Thank you. And then we got. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I got. It is? Actually, funny story. I'm flying to Newark right now from Fort Lauderdale. Alright, Mara, I'm gonna let you eat. My phone is getting low. I forgot to charge it. Okay. Can you take a few more pictures? Right now. Wait. Is that good? And then we got... let's do... And then we got... Alright. I love you. Alright. Enjoy your food, and I'll call you when everything is good, alright? Alright, I love you. Bye. Yep. Long distance. It was, surprisingly not difficult at all.
No?
No? I thought that it would be, a lot more difficult, but luckily it is not. But, no, yeah, she's like my soulmate, so...
Get back off it? You get to go back on the weekends from down here, or no?
Well, technically, actually, I could go down from Friday into Sunday because I don't have any classes on Fridays, at college, which is good. So if I really wanted to, I could. But, sometimes we switch out. Like, she's been to Florida, she went to Florida. So I went to Jersey once in October. She went to Florida once in November. I went to Jersey once in November, and then I'm coming there, obviously in a few days. And, she came down early October, so she was here twice in October. Right? No, she was here once in October, sorry. Yeah, it was, so, you know, we make it work, and then we're gonna start working on it a bit more with the clouds are forming. That's cool.
That must have been a weather update.
Yeah, it must have been. It's, so, we are kind of figuring out how everything's gonna work, you know, like, we're gonna manage our time more, like, certain weekends we're gonna come down and see each other, and then other weekends, you know, it's gonna be good. Right now we're over, we're not over the ocean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, off to my right.
Yeah, off to the right. We're, like, following the coastline right now. This is, interesting. I know JetBlue's route is over the ocean. They kind of cut through, but, I don't know about United's.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're into some clouds up here.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, see, we're not going out over the water that much at all.
Yeah, we're following the coastline.
Usually what you'll do is you'll see they're coming to JFK, they're doing one of these.
Yeah, JetBlue, they usually go right here, and then they go like this, and like that.
I wonder if that was planned. Actually, this flight I took from yesterday, I wonder if they did that because of the weather. It was some bad weather.
Possibly.
That might have been why. But yeah, because they usually go right over the water.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at those clouds. Right now, which way we're on. This way I have a list. Duncan. Push back, I'm not worried about. It's not selectors.
Yeah. I got a picture with you.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
If you want, we can actually even follow the Sid on the way out. You can bring up the Sid. What was it?
There's Arnav.
Up something?
Arps. Yeah, Arps Arnav Depp. Departure.
Are we still on there? We're probably past it already.
Yeah, I believe we are past it. Let's go to...
So we can just close that out and go to the regular maps. They're probably high altitude maps. We should be on right now, I would imagine. Close that on the right side.
On the right side?
Should be a close
Yep.
on that list. And that should bring us back. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We go by Melbourne. Orlando Internationals.
Nice, a little Disney World.
Yeah, semi-close. You know, the Tri-Rail is actually opening up in Orlando Station, so instead of driving like 3 hours, 30 minutes, yeah, it's supposed to be $13 too.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so, because my girlfriend, my mom, and my girlfriend may or may not come down in April to do Disney World and stuff like that. So, hopefully the Tri-Rail station is done by then. It might be. They don't exactly know if the Tri-Rail station in Orlando is going to be done by then, but it should be soon.
That's going to make it nice getting up there.
Yeah.
Instead of us driving.
Yeah. I mean, hell, if I had my private pilot's license, I'd just fly. But I don't own a plane, so I'd have to rent it for like 3 days, and I'm scared to know how much money that would be. Because if it's, what, $160 an hour? That's...
it gets pretty expensive.
I mean, I might as well buy a plane at that point.
If you got a place somewhere to keep it, too, you're going to have to pay something to keep it.
Yeah. I'm keeping it at Boca, honestly. Boca isn't that expensive. Boca shouldn't be too expensive, but they got the proper everything for it.
Any takeoff and landing fees there or no?
Light. I don't think they're too heavy, but I know that a lot of people store their planes there, like private jets, or, you know, there's cargo planes there, there's, you know, personal aircraft, so.
Yeah, because Craig had one, he just got rid of his, he was like, it's just too much money, he's like, I can't do it anymore. And he got lucky that he took it apart, he took the wings off and he put the plane in his backyard.
Oh, wow.
I can't get the money for the plane that I want, and I'm not giving it away. And when he took the wing spars off, they were almost rusted through.
Wow.
He's lucky he stopped flying that thing. He was like, you gotta see it. He showed me some pictures and I was like, wow. He says, and you couldn't see it because of the bladder from the fuel.
Oh.
Couldn't even see it.
Wow. It's, yeah, no, that's not good. In Lynn, they service their planes and they maintain their planes, which is good. That's another reason why I chose Lynn. But, we do like the checks, we push up the flaps, everything like that, you know, we make sure everything's good. And, yeah, and everything, and every walk around I've ever been on, everything has been pretty good, except for one time. One time there was a problem with our radios. So, we reset the avionics, and it was good. But it was, I was like, wow, alright, because we already set up the plane and everything like that, and then we're probably going to have to go into another plane to set that up. Very time consuming. And then we did the weight charts, everything like that. Actually, I don't think I brought my Cessna manual with me. I brought my pilot safety and warning supplements.
There you go, yeah.
I got that. I got everything. I actually have a Japan professional pilot logbook, which, I just bought it. It's brand new. I only have one flight right now logged in there. Or at least it should be logged in there. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, yeah.
November 105 Lima uniform. That's Cessna 172. That's Lima uniform is Lynn's code for their 10 numbers on their aircraft, which is awesome. Yeah, no, but school's great. The flight program is great. Definitely. I was also accepted into Embry-Riddle. I don't know if you heard them. Yeah, I was accepted into them, but then I went on campus, I was like, no. Because Lynn gives you some diversity, you know? Like, it's not just pilots, Embry-Riddle is just pilots. I kind of wanted to feel a bit different as well, you know? I didn't want to be that one in everybody else.
They have placement, it really doesn't matter.
exactly. And like in Embry-Riddle, they're flying out of an international airport, you know? That's a bit different. Like Air Force One goes there, and I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily want to deal with that yet, because I don't want to be taking off behind a 737. I don't really want to deal with the wake turbulence of that.
Yeah, I don't need that just yet.
Yeah, I don't really need that. Yeah. Behind a Cessna Citation X, that's a bit of a different story. I mean, the biggest plane that I've seen at Boca is the CRJ-200, which is still, you know, fairly big, but it's not anywhere close to a 737 or 747, even though...
I only had to deal with was the Southwest, the 737s. They would come in there. That was before they built up.
Oh, Teterboro?
No.
MacArthur.
They built up MacArthur, and now it's a whole terminal.
Yeah, MacArthur's...
It's still there.
No, it's not. MacArthur is, they have Spirit, I know they have Spirit, Frontier, American, Southwest, Delta. JetBlue doesn't fly there. Yeah, JetBlue doesn't fly there. I don't think United flies there either. But I know, some family members who have done, because I have a lot of family in Long Island. I know a bunch of family members who actually have departed from MacArthur to Florida or, you know, whatnot, like the Fort Lauderdale. There's a flight from MacArthur to Fort Lauderdale.
I got a friend 5 minutes from there. We fly there all the time.
Yeah.
Don't that nonsense you have at JFK.
Yeah.
You know, all the... You're in and out.
Yeah, just like Lehigh, you know Lehigh Valley in Pennsylvania? Yeah, I never flew out of there. I went into the terminal though. I walked around it for a bit, I checked everything out. It's so inactive, but it's so great because you have Frontier, you have JetBlue actually flies there. You know, you have a bunch of them. Same for Westchester County Airport too. I mean, Westchester County, they got a lot of flights. There's a daily JetBlue flight from Fort Lauderdale to Westchester County and Orlando to Westchester County, you know, which is very interesting to see because, you know, you don't really hear a lot of these airports, but they offer the same exact things for less traffic and less stress.
Exactly.
So, or like Atlantic City. Atlantic City is a bit more active, but not too many people as Newark go there. But the fastest...
It's open all year round.
Exactly. The fastest airport I've ever been in, though, surprisingly, was Philadelphia. The TSA. A line that would be an hour and a half in Newark or Orlando or something like that was 15 minutes, the TSA at Philadelphia. They really went, like, quick. Yeah, especially for Philadelphia. I mean, not to rip on Philadelphia or anything. If anybody's watching, not to rip on Philadelphia, but, you know, I wasn't expecting that.
No, I dislike that video.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, Philadelphia, you guys are great. Except for your football team. Your food's great. Not your football team. But, you know, I can't complain. I'm a Jets fan, so.
That's like my wife. She's the Jets and the Mets.
Yeah.
I'm the Giants and the Yankees.
I'm a Yankees fan as well. Jets, Yankees.
Weird mix. Jets and Yankees.
Yeah.
That's kind of...
Yeah, interesting mix. Jets because the Plains, Yankees because I've always been a Yankees fan. But, you know, everybody's got that rivalry with the Mets. It's alright. I think we all have a common enemy in the Astros.
See, I could care less.
Yeah, I could care less about rivalries.
I'm a Met fan, but if the Yankees aren't going to win, then let it be the Mets.
Exactly. That's how I see it too.
Not that crazy.
Yeah, no. I could care less about rivalries and stuff like that. Like, except for the Astros. I hate the Astros.
Well, Houston, they got caught cheating.
Yeah.
One of their games down here.
Yeah.
We used to go to their spring training.
Yeah.
Front row, right there.
Yeah.
We rode them off.
Yeah, the Astros. And this isn't like the first time they've gotten caught cheating, which is sad, you know. But
how long have they been doing it? They only got caught now.
Yeah, they only got caught. They were looking at games. They're saying for the past 5 years they've cheated in some way, which is ridiculous. But
even if you lose, it's not the point. Because you're stealing from all the other players that broke their ass all year for that season.
Exactly. Now, did you ever get your commercial pilot? Your commercial license?
No, actually, when I bought all block time, I was ready to go, and the guy says, listen, he says, before I take you this money, he says, you need to go get a first class medical.
You failed it.
Pass it. He passed me.
You passed it.
He says, you're going to pass. He says, you're probably going to pass for a good long time. He said, but, he says, look, he says, you got a right-sided bundle branch block on your heart, so the electrical side of your system, your left side don't work. He says, doesn't mean nothing until you may need a pacemaker when you get old. He says, you got a couple of bundle branch blocks, plus that, he says, your vision wasn't all that great, and you've had it corrected. He says, let me ask you something. He says, you're the guy doing the hiring at Delta Airlines, okay? He says, now, you got 14 pilots out there, and you got 14 jackets. says, let me tell you, he says, between you and me and the four walls, the best you're ever going to get is going to be the regionals. And I was like, you know what? That's not what I want. So,
Yeah.
I said, all right. That was done.
I mean,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's why I wanted JetBlue. JetBlue used to be regional. Now they got South America. They have London. They're opening flights to Germany, Italy. They're really expanding. And I actually know the vice president of JetBlue. He's a family friend. I don't personally know him. Well, my aunt does though. She's like really good friends with him. So I got a way in through there. I like how we're right under the clouds. Very interesting. Yeah.
Taking this as we go.
Oh yeah, no, I bet. I was in Flight Simulator 2020. You got that too. Like at 36,000 feet, you'll see a patch of clouds or something like that. You know what's fun? Flying through clouds in the 172. You're not supposed to, but sometimes you can't avoid them. You gotta like kind of glide under them, but you get all that turbulence and stuff. It rocks. It's very fun.
Oh yeah. To fly in the summertime, and my stomach wasn't all that great when I first started flying.
Oh yeah, no, I bet.
Teeterbro, and you were over the ground, and the heat just radiating back up like this.
Yeah.
As soon as you get over the water, it's like glass. I'm like, yeah, I can stay at the South Practice area all day long, man. It's like butter.
Yeah.
As soon as you get over the land, though, in the summertime, you just get beat up.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And Dawn didn't want me flying anymore. I don't want you flying the small planes.
Yeah, my girlfriend's kind of the same way. She's like, is there any other profession? And I go, no, there's no other profession. Pilot or no. She goes, all right.
That's what my thinking was. I'm like, this ain't a job, man. I said, I do this for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Man, I do this for nothing.
Yeah, you never work a day in your life if you're having fun.
So, then civil service came around, which is all right. Because now I'm retired, I'm done.
Yeah.
I got my benefits, I'm set.
Yeah.
I'm really set.
Yeah, so.
And if I crash, reset.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot different, but it's awesome. I know, I was thinking, maybe I could get in kind of, I don't know. Maybe I don't have something like this, but how much do you think like $20,000 would get me?
You actually, the reason why it cost me this much is because I had all the components built and shipped to me. Everything was done. All I had to do was me and the IT from Canada, we just put all the components together like this was built. This was built. The whole front was built.
Yeah.
These panels were already done. We just had to freaking hook everything up, put it together, build the shell and the deck.
Yeah.
Put it all together. That's why I paid that kind of money.
Yeah.
But you could buy these components for like open cockpits as a kit form.
Yeah.
Yourself, it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper. You probably get half price
Yeah.
for what I paid.
Yeah.
Doing it like that. They put wood on it. I watched one guy, he got the gray Formica. He actually didn't paint the wood. He put the Formica on it, cut the Formica out,
Yeah.
glass screens in. He did a real nice job.
Yeah.
And it was nowhere near the price that I paid.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, I see our track right now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We have top of descent at 687 miles.
Yep.
Let's see, top of descent is 1501. Just under 2 hours.
Yeah. Now, what altitude or what distance do you begin your descent?
Well, usually it's 3 times the distance of what you are. When I do my calculations, I'm at 36,000 feet. It's already calculated in here for this. Our top of descent will start at 684 miles, right, and we'll be at Newark at 797. So we're already calculated in here. It's about 100 miles out. A little over 100 miles out, we'll start our descent.
Yeah.
And if you put in a lower number, like we put in 30 for the index. If we made 50, it would be a little bit closer to the top. It would be a harder descent.
Yeah.
Lower number, it would be a little bit further back. It'd be a nice mellow descent on the way in.
Yeah.
Change that around.
Yeah. That is awesome. Palm Coast. Did we fly over Jacksonville yet? Doesn't look like it. Jacksonville's like right up there.
There they are right there, JAX.
Yeah, they're right up there. We just flew past Orlando Executive.
Actually, we can actually
or Stanford.
So you can actually put it in here, and we'll put it up on the VOR, and you can actually see it if you want.
Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Let's find them. There's Jacksonville.
Got a number up there for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
114 CN.
Oh, airport type military. Looks to me like the wrong one. Then Jacksonville International. Is this it? Oh, here's Jacksonville International. I found it.
That should bring it up on the bottom. And it doesn't have a number next to it, huh?
Oh.
114.10. We can go to 114.10.
Here's comms. 124.9 is approach. 8 is 125.8. CLD 119.5.
Now, I just put that one in there with 50.4 miles, 50.3. If we actually zoom out, you can see it right there where we just put it in.
Yeah.
If we turn this, well, you can actually. So as long as we know the frequency, we can put it in. We'll get a display there.
Yep. So now, I find this on YouTube, the video.
Oh yeah, this will be on Swansim on my channel.
Alright, perfect.
Oh yeah, then you can just copy it, tape it,
And
whatever you want.
if anything, is there a way that I could get like a separate download, like a download link or something like that? Because I don't know if screen record will record the entire thing.
Well, if not, what I can do is I can send it to you.
Oh yeah, no, that would
You want to put it on a disc,
that would be perfect.
DVD or CD or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, anything, yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
Yeah. Alright, so now, obviously in the flight deck you're flying with a different pilot just about every single time. So, I hope to get a pilot every single time that likes to talk, because I don't want to be in the cockpit for 3 hours straight not talking at all, just staring at the window. Yeah, that would suck. I was actually in October when I came. When I went to Newark, from Newark back to Fort Lauderdale, I was on the E190. I was talking with the pilots. I was like, hey, I'm a student pilot. How did you get to where you are?
Right.
What did you do and stuff? We've known a few people who went regional first, like really small companies like Hoppers and stuff like that. I forgot the name of the airline. It's not only that just operates Embraers. It's they're partnered with Delta and American and United. They just operate Embraer 170s and 190s. It's I'll think of the name. But I was talking with them. One of them flew for them before they came to JetBlue. The other one just went on straight to JetBlue. The captain was actually a flight instructor for JetBlue too. So he's not a full-time. So he sometimes he'll choose his flights and be like, all right, I want to fly passengers this time. Or other times he'll be like, all right, I'm just gonna fly a student.
Pretty is nice.
Yeah. But the captain's been there for 9 years. So, but as soon as I see what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to a captain, and I can get to a captain like 2-3 years with JetBlue for the E190, or at the time, it'll be the A220 when I'm doing it. After the A220, I want to move on to the A320, and then from the A320, I want to try for the A321. I don't necessarily know, that'll be in the future, but the A321 will be good because more money, longer flights, I'll get to see more of the world, like with the A321 I'll get to go to South America, Europe. I mean, by that time, JetBlue might have an even, Airbus might have developed an even longer range Airbus. So, honestly, maybe if JetBlue really wanted to, they could get some A350, because I know that they're loyal just to Airbus. If they really wanted, they can get some A350s too to do like a Tokyo flight, stuff like that. Like JetBlue, because right now with JetBlue's fares and their rates, they're putting out Delta, they're putting American, they're putting British Airways, they're all slowly putting them out of business with their rates. And now that's why American partnered with JetBlue. American's like, all right, don't put us out of business here. Partner with us. And Delta's going under too on their transatlantic flights. Like in the transatlantic section right now, JetBlue is killing it. And British Airways, they're killing British Airways too. Which, that is a good and a bad thing.
It's good, it's bad. It's bad because you're going to have all these pilots that are going to be freaking out of work and say,
exactly.
Hey,
exactly.
I know the routes. Come on, I ran them for years.
Exactly.
Well, the longer routes are nice because they can't mess with you that much. Just listen, you're going to do a 45-minute flight from here to there, then you're going to hop on a plane and go from here to Ohio, and then you're going to get on a plane from Ohio and you're going to shoot it over to New York.
Yeah.
It could be a little rough.
Now, I figure that you would know a lot more about this than I do. Day flights, like single day flights. I don't want to be away from home for too long, so is it possible for me, I'll take a flight to Los Angeles, and then from Los Angeles I'll immediately take a flight back to New York. Would that be something?
It depends on the airlines because you're only allowed X amount of hours,
Yeah.
So they may say, hey, it's good for you to go there and come back home. Maybe when you have juice, if you got seniority, you got juice and you're picking, and you say, listen, I'm going to do this, come right back home, and I'm done for the day. What the hell is that?
Yeah, I know, I saw that before. I think it's
weird-looking cloud?
Either a weird-looking cloud or a UFO. Yeah, debris. Looks like a... We'll put this on the news. We'll put this on the news. Pilots see giant snowflake. Looks possibly UFO.
It's supposed to be a vapor trail?
Maybe.
Although every now and then I get black spots. They usually look like the space shuttle boat. It comes from X-Plane. It's weird because I was the monitor.
Yeah.
But I had it over here, I had it over there.
Yeah. They're trails. They're aircraft trails. Because when I had X-Plane, I did that. I had that too. I had X-Plane 10, and I did that in X-Plane 10. Is this 11?
This 11, yeah.
Now you're waiting for 12 to come out?
Oh, I can't wait for 12.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to work right out of the box.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Bring in that real weather.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? I just got a text. Patty boy, I've been watching YouTube. Oh, it's Jeff Colson. And your mic volume is real low. Hey, Mike, it's Jeff. Your guest mic volume is super distorted. Oh, it might be because it might be a little too close to your mouth. The volume. I figured that's what it was. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, they can barely hear me because I don't have a mic on. You're a little overmodulated.
Nice.
Oops.
That was my...
There you go, you can slide.
That was my phone.
Oh, there he is again. We're a little behind on the fuel, but not by much. Yeah, now we're passing Jackson.
Yeah. and then we're going to be making a turn at the border of Florida and Georgia.
Yep.
What it looks like. We're going to be taking, yeah, then we take the coastline, North Carolina, South Carolina.
We got someone right below us, 2,000 feet, heading the same way. Zebo's been playing real nice.
Yeah.
And then that first go around, I'll have to try it again later. Let's see if it does it again before I let Duncan know.
Yeah, no, this is great. I remember first time I was in here, it was just this screen.
Just the one, yeah, the other two aren't.
Just the one, yeah, the other two weren't, no, actually, the first time I was in it, the other two weren't even up.
Oh, they weren't even.
No, they weren't even there. I think you just got it. It was, what was this, back in 2015?
Oh, yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was the last time I was back in here.
He bought a 95-inch screen.
Yeah.
In front. And it didn't even pass the warranty. The thing was crapping out. And I was like, do I want to spend 10 grand on another TV? And I was like, nah. But these three for the same price, I'll have one.
Yeah. I know people, certain people in a similar community I've seen have wraparound. Like one singular TV, it's an OLED.
Yeah.
And it just wraps around.
I originally started with projectors, but it was just too washed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the videos. So I was like, you know what?
No, this is perfect.
I said, I don't mind the bezels. They don't bother me that much.
No, I don't.
You get used to them.
Yeah, no, they're perfectly fine. It's like they're barely even noticeable. Looks like they're part of the plane.
My one guy didn't even know that they were the bezels. The guy's yelling at me on YouTube. You know, the 738 doesn't have 8 windows or whatever it was. He thought these were windows. He thought they were another marker for another window. I was like, no, that's the monitors.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've always wanted to be in Boca. Ever since I came down here in 2015. That one trip put Boca on my mind for the rest of everything. And now I'm finally here. I got my nice car. I actually drove it down here with my dad. And my mom and my grandma came down to send me out to college and stuff, but
that was nice.
Yeah, but it was great, and my car definitely fits in. It fits in here. It's
neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah, it fits in. It's red apple.
Oh yeah. Fits into this neighborhood.
Yeah, fits in quite well. But my real dream car is 1959 Cadillac MM, the Ghostbusters car. But it's so expensive. Even a destroyed one, $10,000. Destroyed, no engine, no nothing. I found a Cadillac MM, all-wheel drive, everything like that. All the MMs were all-wheel drive. For sale in the Ghostbusters configuration, everything, working lights, working sirens, working everything. $450,000 on the internet, and I was like, damn. I was like, wow, I really gotta get successful.
Man, holy crap.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I really gotta get successful.
A lottery ticket, big lawsuit to win.
Yeah. Honestly, it's very easy to sue somebody though. Pretend a trip, sue the city, get millions. Let's see, who's calling me? Oh, my friend Ben. Hey, what's up, Ben?
Hey, can you do me a favor tomorrow?
Yeah, what's up? You sold your car? Why did you sell your car? Alright. Nice. Cool.
Doesn't show up before I go home. Could I give
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go play.
Yeah. Today?
Yeah, you said.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is today. Right now I'm in a 738. I'm in, my dad's friend's, cockpit.
Said you were bringing me next time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I didn't. Next time, Ben. Next time. Next time. Don't worry, Ben. Alright, yeah, we will go today.
Alright, what time you want to go?
Well, we are...
Top of descent at 15:01. What do we got now? We're at 13:28.
Yeah, we're about 2 hours away. So, 2 hours.
It's going like
7:30. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Where you go? Let me guess. You went from Newark to Fort Lauderdale.
No, opposite.
Oh, I knew you were gonna go two ways.
Yeah.
I'll see you, man.
Okay. Yeah, bye. So yeah, my friend sold his car for some reason.
You didn't want it anymore?
No, they were offering more money than he actually paid for it.
Okay.
So he paid 30 something, like 32 for it. They offered him like 53. So good for him. But yeah, after this we're actually going to Rocco's Tacos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've eaten there once with my girlfriend when she came down. It was a double date with my girlfriend and my friend and his girlfriend. It was no, it was fun. It was great. Rocco's Tacos is very good. You have water? Yeah. Go. Everything's good. Thank you.
Should've thought of it myself.
Yeah.
Oh, Santa Claus are getting worse now.
I was looking at the weather over in New Jersey when I left to head here. It was raining.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was raining yesterday. It was pouring out yesterday when I went up there.
Yeah, New Jersey is like Florida with the rain now. Florida's like, I don't know, Nevada. It hasn't really rained here too much.
No, we haven't gotten much.
Which I was actually very surprised about. It usually rains all the time.
Yep.
But I definitely can't say that I'm opposed to no rain.
Oh, no, I'll take it. Things off, get rid of the humidity, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Plus it fills up the pools. I don't have to fill them up.
I think it's good for rain once in a while.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What? Right now, we've got 15:26 will be done. Just under 2 hours.
We're over Georgia.
Yeah, an hour and 50 some odd. Yeah.
So you got the trim wheels too.
Oh yeah, here's Savannah Joda's right there. 30 miles out. Yeah, these don't do anything.
Yeah, I'm good with geography, which is one of my strong suits. That's why, I know that my girlfriend's gonna watch this video, but I'm sorry, my girlfriend sucks with geography, so I have to.
You're dead now.
Yeah, I know.
Especially if she watches the video.
Yeah. So I have to I was actually quizzing her on stuff. She's very good at like geography and like the big countries and stuff like that, or like all the states.
Yeah.
Wise, but like other countries and stuff like that. Not really like cities, locations, and exact. You know.
That Patty boy. Was it Jeff? I figured Patty boy. Hello. Hey, what's up, man? We're running live right now. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. Hey, you see who's in the captain's seat? It's not me. Oh, I figured you were online and saw it live, and that's why you would call. Because Jeff also sent me a text. Yeah, we left Fort Lauderdale. We're on our way to Newark.
Where do I?
One more?
No, it's alright. I'm actually gonna head to the bathroom. Oh, where do I put this?
Yeah, you can leave it over here.
Alright, sounds good. Nice. Over there, my headsets.
Oh yeah, here. That's all you can eat out of here?
Yeah.
Eat this over here on the side. That's all. Yeah, we're going from Fort Lauderdale. We're on our way to Newark. Right now we're by Savannah, Georgia. Got another a little less than 2 hours.
Where's the bathroom?
Oh, let me show you. Let me show you. Yeah, the captain. He's training to be a JetBlue pilot. I was telling you about that. Yeah, he's going to Jersey. I think he's leaving Thursday. He's running this flight from Fort Lauderdale to Newark. So he's heading back home. He's studying at Lynn University. Yeah, boss. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah, no, yeah. I take off my hand. Fly. Exactly. Yeah, what do we got? We're 513 miles, top of descent, so we got a little ways to go. About 5 years ago, when I just had the one screen in the front. So, when he came back today, he was like, whoa, yeah, big time. Yeah, exactly. This is a big difference. So I asked him, I said, listen, I said, well, you got uniform on. I said, you're going to get in trouble? I said, I said, I can put it online if you want. He's like, yeah, put it online. I'm like, okay. So that's how he ended up on YouTube. So now I got to make him a copy. Afterwards. Oh, yeah, he's having a blast. Well, that's the camera. Yeah, that's coming from the camera itself. Yeah. I'm amazed. We're at 36,000 feet, man. This cloud's all over the place up there. Yeah. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm looking at the OBS screens right now. Yeah, the blue sky looks nice. Yeah. Really? Exactly. You buy a seat for it and strap it in next to you. So you finished your server computer yet or not? Oh, really? Wow, I'm surprised.
What's the YouTube account?
What's that?
What's the YouTube name?
Swanson, S-W-A-N-N-S-I-M.
S-W-A?
Yeah, N-N-S-I-M.
S-I-M.
Yeah, that should be it. S-W-A-N-N-S-I-M.
S-W-A-N-N-S-I-M. I'll put a filter in.
Swanson. That's what it should be. So now your server's up and running? Yeah. It's hooked up or no? How are you? Right. So it follow the computer. Okay, good. Right.
Learn about crypto and be paid as you learn with Coinbase Earn. Get paid out over $100
Jeff make a decision to buy your quad yet or no? He's gonna ask you after you get rid of him, you like, they don't have to wait for me. Right. Oh, I'm sure. More than one. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if they're going to run P3D with Sim-A, yeah. Right, even tell them, so listen, the needle bond board that was swapped out for the one that was in there, it's not compatible with some avionics anymore. That's all. Or if you want it to be compatible with Sim Avionics, I'll send you the old board. You can swap it out yourself. You know, you still have the old board. You know, they give them the option.
Do you know what the Wi-Fi password is? The Wi-Fi password?
Just gotta find out. One of those crazy ass numbers I never changed. There you go. That should be it right there.
Let's see.
I never bothered to change the Wi-Fi password. It's one that came from AT&T. It's got these crazy numbers and letters. Almost always my last name. I should wouldn't change it. Oh, no, yeah. Right there. Yeah, right now we're probably in Georgia, I would imagine. Georgia will come up to the Carolinas.
That's odd. It says, can't find the network.
Well, supposedly the Vulcan drivers fixed an issue. What I found in the long run is that I was having another problem, which was even worse. So I got rid of it. I went back to
Alright, got it. Hello, Myra. I know you're watching. I love you.
I know I am using the local drivers. 472-4330. Yeah, that's the one I'm running. It was the studio driver that I had a problem. So I went from India, I tried the studio, but then someone else had some good results with the local driver. I said, you know what? I couldn't even find the link. I didn't do it. Right, there's 3 of them. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The Vulcan drive and I'm using space. Yeah, it's been running real slow. Even and I'm not using reshade right now. Reshade is turned off. I'm using without reshade. Let's kill these tanks. I just shut down the center tank so you can blow it down. That's it.
Yeah.
What do we got? Oh yeah, but that's his headset's picking me up. Yeah. Yeah, a couple of issues this morning with Z-Ball. I wrote them down. I want to try it again. The engine start selectors, the cutoff to idle, wouldn't start the engine for some reason. They just kept, they got to max motoring and then just stayed there. So, yeah. So, I'll take it again tonight and see if it has the same problem. But they might have been that one time. We got a was only at 17.2%. Exactly. No, they were off.
Looks Looks like we're turning.
Yeah, I'm going to try that later. I'm going to cycle them and see if it does the same thing again. Yeah, because the packs were off, isolation valve was oil and the EQ was on, so it showed that there was plenty of
For the
that was just weird. I never seen it stop like that before. It said
in
1.1. It just wouldn't kick off.
the live stream, including my girlfriend. Is this better? I have come to the understanding that my voice was very loud,
I never seen that pop up.
and I'm sorry for that.
That's a first. So. Oh yeah, I do that every time I start it up. My one picks off before I start on. No, I do it from X-Plane, from the window there. Yeah, I don't know. Right, it might just be a failure that popped. Oh, you overspeed the flaps and then screwed up the trim?
I miss you too, Myra. Actually, no, I miss you more, Myra. But it's okay, because I'll be doing the actual flight from Fort Lauderdale to Newark on Thursday, and we will see each other. Anybody watching, it says my girlfriend if there is anybody watching, wants to track my flight, I'm JetBlue Flight 6, out of Fort Lauderdale at 4:35 p.m. To Newark, New Jersey, EWR.
I don't think Zebo does that. Usually you do that with the flaps, you'll see she's going to want to freaking lean over on one side. Yeah, but it wasn't too bad. This is 0.6. I'm using the latest one from him that I just put in, so. Hopefully it was just a fluky thing. Same thing with pushback. The first go around, pushback didn't want to push us back. After the restart, pushback pushed us back. So. Oh, we just started the engines and we were going to push back on our own, but I had to restart anyway because I couldn't get the engines. Yeah, I was going to use it first. Just push back on our own. But I had to restart X-Plane anyway because the engines wouldn't kick over. So once I restarted, I started with the engine. See, and then it pushed us back. So I know that pushback, the better pushback is a fluky thing. It's been doing that for a while. So that's not a surprise. I did. Matter of fact, I updated everything before 3 days ago. So, yep. Yeah, I had to because I went to New York, and in New York it's weird because with this software, you don't have CA, you lose the buildings for some reason. So I had no buildings in New York, so I had to go download the latest sample, start it back up, and sure enough, the buildings were back.
United 807, contact number 12467. 12467, United 807 headed.
Well, we're flying into his New Jersey series, so we're going into Newark, so we'll be flying into his airport.
On the way down.
Probably about an hour and a half. Top of the descent, 332 miles. Exactly, 59 minutes. So we're probably looking at an hour and a half. We'll be in. Newark at 15, 26, it's 14, yeah. An hour and 26 minutes. FedEx, ooh, maybe your throttle parts there. Oh. So maybe they just didn't update your paperwork and it's like, surprise.
I do know the answer.
Are they short pilots over in Europe? With all that COVID stuff and lockdowns they got going on, I don't know if they're short pilots.
Let's see, should be over North Carolina fairly soon. 15.1 miles till the next fix. And then I'll change that to about, what is that? It's about 34.
It's the same thing happened with the Leo Block.
35.
Second day shipping, overnight shipping. I was like a week later, I'm like, how's my car? I think for overnight shipping. Exactly. Yeah.
Delta 1153, Southern Cyclist Trade 70 Destination should start to clear that shortly for you.
I'm still waiting for my 39 cards. I got nothing from EUGA yet.
Area 1792, Center.
I check every day. I look for me and I check for Dawn. So I got two of them. They'll show up soon. As long as I get them before 12 shows up. If I get them before X-Plane 12 shows up, I don't want to have to wait until they have 12 to see something. Yeah, I'm sure you will. Yeah, Zebo's been working beautiful. A couple of fluky issues, but I gotta see if the couple that I found today is just a fluke. Right. Oh, she had a layover. Okay, nice. With all that rain out there, they did it with all that weather? Yeah. Wow. You can go back and fly it with historic weather. Go back to historic weather and fly it. That's all. Do an auto lane, yeah, and watch the throttle bar and see what it does. nice with 12, watching that slow accumulation of snow as you're flying along. Yes, the new weather program. It's everything that Boston says it is. You got rain? Once in the last 8 months, yeah, you got a sprinkle. I was thinking for the next get an 8K camera instead of 4K. But it's got to do low light though. Nighttime lights, without low light. Right, wide angle and low light. Yeah. Gotta get one of those things that you put on your head. One of those really little cameras. Those GoPro things, you wear it on your head. Yeah. The only problem is that the line of sight is going to be too high wearing that. Oh, that'll work, yeah. It's slow enough where it's out of the way.
Apart from the overflying the Oshwood zone, KFLL on 120, that's small one. 120, that's small one. Shuttle, 7 quarter, 491, 1,900, 3,000, anyone hit you.
Right.
Maintain 3,000, simply it will adjust insets on course for flying.
Yeah. Or you're kind of on an angle. And it's small enough where it's not going away.
42.1 miles until our next fix. Let's see if we go on the tracker over here. We're about to be flying over Virginia.
Are we hitting Virginia?
About to be. Right now we're still over North Carolina. So we're about to be flying over Virginia. We're about to be flying over Virginia. And then there's Delaware, and then New Jersey's right there. Perfect.
Right now, we're 360. It's a United Airlines flight, 1913. traffic is in here, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of them that are following us up. See, there's two of them on the screen there. Both of them below us, one by 2,000, one by 3,000. So, Traffic Global has been working pretty good. No, the ATC that I use comes from XATC chapter. So it's just all canned stuff. Right. It would be nice if we could hook up the radios to work with live ATC. But well, I could do it from my web screen, but I can't do it from my radios on the pedestal. Yeah, nah, I'd rather. See, what's nice about this is if I tune in, it doesn't matter where I am in the world. If I tune in ground, I'll get ground audio. If I tune in, tower, I get tower, which is pretty nice. Right, no, it could be from any area. Well, what they try to do is they try to make it generic, where they cut out like all the airport names and whatnot, so you don't know, what airport they're actually talking about. Right, tower, and then go to departure here. Yeah.
So 275 departure on 2 in the morning.
Right. Yeah, it'd be nice. Someone needs to make an interface program to work right into the C3 pedestal. Right, based on distance, right. Right, based on distance, right. That would be the airport you would tune in or control or whatever. Yeah. Right, you tune in the tower frequency in Las Vegas, you're not going to get right, Atlanta or New York or something. Right. We're a little behind on the fuel, but we still got plenty. Still holding at 10.9 at Newark. 20. Yeah. I think Zebo gives an erroneous error message as far as the fuel's concerned. Oh no, when I was putting it in the beginning, when I was doing my program, putting in fuel. Right, insufficient fuel, and then after you put it in and you program it, you look and you're like, what are you talking about? I got 10.9, almost 11,000 pounds at Newark. Right, you just, it's an erroneous message.
American 1488, Untitled 2577.
Right, the alternate and whatnot, yeah. Exactly, because you have no idea what's going to happen on the back end.
LNAV isn't working.
What did we just lose? LNAV?
Yeah, we just lost LNAV. Look like I got it set up to right there. So we should be.
That's weird. See, now, Zebo doing some crazy things. I just lost my navigation.
That's what passing seatbelt signs on. We got a warning right there.
And nothing, did touch nothing. Not on its own. Pretty straight. And I still don't have. It's picking it up at FAQ. That was another weird issue. We wrecked that down too. That was kind of weird. I don't know. It's taking us to Newark, FQM terrain. Alright, well, yeah, that'll get us close now. Rather strange. That is weird. Now we should be back.
Yeah, we should be good now.
Wow. I'm gonna have to write that down too. Alright. LNAV. Write that down.
The 22 issues are on the 1-4 so far. 4-3-7. This should bring it in flight over 240. You can have 240. What?
Yeah, since it's still screwed up.
So the 136, one flight over 370.
This computer.
I'm Dutch Hospital Center of Bank in the state for United 2024.
Yes.
Of 136, one flight level 370. American 194, one flight level 410. American 194, contact 12437.
Alright, I'll talk to you again. Very strange. Very, very strange.
Then 1204, procedures to send out flight level 332.
Let's see, that looks like Delaware right over there. We're sort of getting close to that. It's about...
Yeah, that's better. That was very strange. Something else I've never seen happen before.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens in my Flight Simulator 2020 though, but I usually...
At least it happened near the end of the run.
Yeah. If it happened towards the beginning, that would be a little...
Pretty easy to put back together again. We were heading into FAK anyway, and then after that we're on the arrival, so...
Yeah. I see the airport right there.
Yeah.
So... After FAK, we make a... No, we're still going straight.
15, 14... About 20 minutes top of descent.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Top of descent's popping up right now. 160 miles out.
Perfect. See, that's, I don't necessarily program the computer in Flight Simulator 2020.
The CDUs, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily know when to start my descent. So I just request it at usually I request it like 160 miles out. I request to start descending. Like
it's three times the distance. I can't remember. I probably wrote it down somewhere. It's 3 times the distance. Well, three times the height divided by 3 times the distance. Something else.
Yeah.
Find it. It's 3 times your altitude and divided by 1,000.
Three times the altitude.
About 90 miles out, about 100 miles out, something like that. We should be starting somewhere in there.
Alright. And what's the average rate of the vertical speed that we do?
Well, that depends on the course index that we put in.
Okay.
That's going to change.
Yeah. I know that, didn't we put the bit of a longer course index in?
Well, put in 30, so it's going to give us a nice, easy descent.
Yeah.
That's why instead of it being 90, it's probably way more than that. Let's see. Norwick is 287 and 123 atop of descent. So you're looking at about 160 miles. So it's going to be a nice, smooth descent.
Yeah.
Usually it's about 100 miles, 90 miles out. And it was 3 times your altitude divided by 1,000 gives you the distance you should start, something like that. It's been a long time since I've done any of that. So you got what, 36,000 feet times 3, it's 112 divided by 1,000, you're getting about 110 miles out, something like that. tailwind. Oh, actually, no, we didn't have a tailwind. I had to redo the freaking CDU. Because now we have 13.3 pounds of fuel, so we actually saved some fuel. Jeff, how is that, Johnny boy? There you go, 108 miles. Jeff must have heard me. 108. Hey. Thanks, Jeff.
Yes, thank you.
Just about 100 miles, and then the fun begins on the back end.
Yep.
And we said we were coming in on what? Okay. So you can actually go into there and bring up Newark Airport on Naviggraph, and then bring up that approach chart. Do it.
Alright, Newark Airport's up. Got approach on.
So Newark approach, and I think we're using Phil. I think it was Philbo 3.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'll go to Stars. Philbo on there.
Yeah, Philbo's right here.
Yeah, hit on that, and then we should pop on that if we're not on there already. We should end up popping up on that map soon enough.
Yeah, we'll pop up on it soon enough. I believe this is zoomed out.
That doesn't pick it up until we're Shona.
Nah.
Yeah, we're 46 miles out of that. Oh, FAK. Oh no, we're going to Shona. We should have 15.2. We got 15. We're 200 pounds below. Might have hit a headwind.
Yeah, probably.
Or it might have been the Fmc with the reprogramming. Oh yeah, 60 miles out, Washington.
Yep. Let's go here.
There's IAD and DCA.
Well, we're 110, I believe, from Newark. Well, it looks like to me.
Newark, we are 249.
Oh, 249?
Yeah.
We're 110 from...
249 out. Well, we're doing some of this stuff too, so we're not just going straight in. So.
Yeah. $26, 9.2, 10, 34. Okay.
Joey. Get your leader. That's probably because of the overheat.
Take off and go round.
That's probably the overheat.
Clouds look great.
Yeah, wait till 2012, man. That's Pat. He has a flight deck just like this. He's out in California.
Oh, wow.
Matter of fact, he just ordered a throttle part that's coming from Italy. It's all motorized.
Oh, wow.
Has a stepper motors in it and everything. So you do an auto flight and you let it touch down on its own, do an auto land, the speed brake pops up. The only thing you gotta do is lift the reverses. It'll even track the center.
That's insane.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12. Yeah. Mine's better. You heard me, see, mine's better. Yeah, that it is, brother. I'm saying. Hey, Pat, if it wasn't for me, you'd still be on one monitor. Dirty 90s. Yeah, sure. Rub it in, man. Dirty 90s. He's got 2 of them.
Oh, wow. That's expensive.
I have none. He actually called me. He says, I just got a notice from EVGA. They're going to ship it direct to me. He had it in 2 days.
Wow.
Lucky dog. All right, 60 miles, top of descent.
I like the realistic resistance, too,
Yeah.
of the... I think that's great.
The student is now the master. Yeah, Pat.
Star Wars reference.
You are.
You know, United has an A320 with the Star Wars livery on it.
Really?
Yeah, I tried downloading it to Flight Simulator 2020 yesterday.
Doesn't work, no?
Nah, it doesn't work. The wings are all pink with like spots on it.
Yeah.
It's the texture since Flight Simulator just came out with a brand new update. But I do have the Vetsin Blue paint job. I have the JetBlue for Good paint job. I have 3 regular JetBlue, like the stripes, the bubbles, and I have the waves JetBlue paint jobs. I tried that one at FDNY. That also had the pink wings.
Yeah.
So that didn't work. Celtics had the pink wings. A few of them had the pink wings. Other ones didn't. So I'm just waiting for them to upgrade the textures and stuff like that.
I grabbed a couple of JetBlues that someone made up for the 737.
Really?
I think I have them in here.
Oh, wow.
I haven't got my bill from Microsoft this month. Yeah. Keep it up. It's going to go up, your bill. Uh-oh. He's going to call to cancel the service. Oh, that's unavailable. I thought that was Pat calling back here.
Let's see.
That's a garbage call.
Almost at our next fix.
Are we? Oh, that's inside the box, so we're probably not going to pop up on that map until we get outside that box.
Yeah. Let's see.
Halo.
FAK. By the look of it, that's New York right there, but because this is Jersey, and that's downtown Pennsylvania, stuff like that. Like this is New Jersey over there. Wildwood's down there.
Wait a minute, is that?
So maybe if we, yeah. This is New Jersey over here. So maybe if we go.
That ain't right. That is definitely wrong.
Yeah.
That's coming from north. Oh, actually, I wonder if we can get Adis in from north yet. We might be still too far. Let's see the frequency for Adis.
if we go...
Cancel the Microsoft would be a huge mistake. That's too funny.
Yeah. They got too many bugs in their simulator in Flight Simulator 2020 right now, but once they fix all of them, it'll live up to the expectations that were originally set out for it. But right now there's just way too many bugs, so like sometimes like I'll be taxiing and the plane will the rudder will automatically go to the right, and I'll be like, what the hell's happening? And right now there's a current weather bug for live weather. Above 26,000 feet, the engine's cut out and the plane just spirals into hell. So they gotta fix that. But I'm still enjoying it a lot. The graphics are amazing. The graphics are insane. It's like identical to real life, and it's like scary, you know. Like even in the JetBlue that I have, the liveries that I have for the A320, if you go into the wing view, you hear people's voices in the background.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's... I wasn't expecting that. That came with the paint job that I got, though, but I was not expecting that. I was like, wow, it makes it even more realistic. It's like you look at videos on YouTube, and you're like, wow, how did they mod it like that, you know? And I already have it modded like that, and I didn't even put any scenery mods in and stuff like that. It's just the plane.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. But yeah, I don't know if your friend uses Microsoft. You use X-Plane, right?
I use X-Plane also.
X-Plane, yeah.
He was P3D. I switched over to the dark side.
Yeah, P3D is pretty good too. But no, with Flight Simulator X, like you would see these videos of like, you know, people talking in the plane and everything like that, beautiful wing views, like insane graphics and stuff like that. And those are a lot of mods. But like this one doesn't need any scenery mods. It just needs like airplane mods and stuff like that. It's insane. Alright, let's see. We are 4 miles away from our next turn.
The seatbelt signs on. Let them know we're ready to descend.
We should be starting our turn.
That's wrong. That's his last name. That's wrong.
Alright, we have passenger signs on?
Yeah.
On? Alright.
Oh yeah, he said the same thing. You've had several buddies spiral into the ground after passing 260.
Yeah, it's a weather glitch with Flight Simulator.
It's the weather, yeah.
It's live weather, so they had to fix all that. There's a lot of bugs and glitches. Like as soon as they come up with an update, one thing's fixed, but another one pops up.
Something else, yeah.
But you know, I think the game runs great. Like I have it on ultra realistic graphics, which is like nobody ever does that. But my PC is good for it. My PC like can withstand that. So I have it on ultra settings for everything, and it's just beautiful. The simulator when it runs the correct way.
Alright, let's go straight down to 6,000. Right to 6.
6,000?
Right to 6.
Do you have to do anything?
Put in that frequency for Newark.
Newark?
Put that in standby, and we'll see if we can get it soon.
Aircraft is outside the chart boundaries.
Yeah, we're still out of the boundaries, more than likely.
Yeah.
Alright, is Newark up there? Just bring up Newark. Go to taxi.
ATIS is 134.825.
134.
0.825 is the ATIS.
0.25. So once we get in range, I don't think we're in range yet.
No, I don't believe we're in range.
Runway they're using in real life, but no big deal.
Usually at this time of day they switch it to what time is it? It's 5? Well, if I remember correctly, because I do this flight on my simulator all the time, it's actually scary. They're usually using 22. the 22s. So I might have to go around, pass by. I don't know if you've seen MetLife in the game.
And 22, yeah, we're going to come around and then face Manhattan on the way in.
Mm-hmm. That's at least how we should do it.
Top of descent, we just bring the throttles down to idle as soon as that pops.
Almost.
That's it. You just come down to idle. And we'll just keep an eye on our path. See, now Zevo should honor that restriction and keep us above that on its own.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then I know there's definitely some issues with this version. So that's usually been pretty good.
Found another glitch.
So PD give me CPU GPU specs on this computer. My new Sim 2 Visual AMD 5950. Oh, he wants to know what computer you use.
I use the, I actually sort of built it. I got the HP Omen base and I just put a few things in. I have like, let's see, of RAM, I have 16 gigabytes RAM. My graphics card is the 2080 Ti.
That's what's in the center here.
Yeah, 2080 Ti. Windows 10 operating system. Mainly it's an HP Omen. I just put in a few modifications. 1 terabyte of storage in my C drive. So, you know, seems to do really good. And it never lags the game, never glitches out or anything like that on ultra settings. So, you know, that's pretty good.
Oh, let's see. Oh, there he is. Look.
Oh, there he is. Wow.
Now you can hear T-Cat screaming at us. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, man. I was wrong.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
Oh, do you run 4K or 1080p?
4K.
4K. Yeah, with a 2080 Ti, you can, so.
Yeah. And I also have an Alienware 240 hertz monitor.
Okay.
So, the Alienware monitor alone.
I got these locked at 30.
Yeah. The Alienware alone ran me 500. But I could operate the Alienware at 8K.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to. But no, I do 4K because I don't even think that there's an 8K option in 2020.
That's sweet. Yep, that's what he wrote. Yep. So Fubar 27,000. So far it looks like it's gonna keep that. So that looks good.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's see.
And we should level off.
Yep. Are we about to go over the gap? What it looks like.
Oh, we're not out of that box yet.
Mm-mm.
Not till we get to what?
Not till we get to, let's see, Flat Rock is the number one. We have to get past Wildwood.
We got about another 30 odd miles before we pop on that screen, and I think.
Yeah.
Alright, good. It's holding at 27,000 like it's supposed to.
Alright, perfect.
That's not a problem.
So this one goes to 11,000 from 27,000 to 11,000.
Yeah, once we hit that mark, it should come down on its own. It should go right back to the next one now, to 13, then down to 11.
Yeah.
It should step down on its own.
You know what I always think of? Like, we have all this autopilot now and stuff like that. It makes it a lot easier for the pilots. Like, the Spirit of St. Louis, what was that? 30, how many hours was that, 38?
Oh, God, that flight?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there trying to figure out how to freaking work those tanks.
Yeah.
Been like, I would have been spiraling with no fuel.
Yeah. It's like, and he was in the air the entire time.
And you know he didn't sleep the night before. Who could sleep the night before? You're going to do something like that? You're going to sleep?
No.
I wouldn't be able to sleep.
No, I would never sleep.
You'd be exhausted doing that run.
Yeah. But that really showed what aviation was capable of. There you go, we're on the map.
Oh, here you go, okay. I'm surprised it's actually popping down there. Usually it doesn't pop inside those blown up boxes that show you the close-up.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Oh, see, we just disappeared. So we were outside the box on the bottom, just went in the box, and now we disappeared.
Yeah, but now we know.
Pop up on the other side, though.
Yeah, now we know at least we're inside the box.
Yeah, Steph, we should pop up, right? Yeah, we should pop up on the map then. But it's amazing. Once everything's all programmed in, man, you're just sitting here chilling.
Yeah,
all right.
It's insane. This is really an impressive piece of machinery that you have. I do have to say.
Considering all the components that are here, putting it together on a $59 flight simulator program, yeah, it's actually pretty amazing. How all this works. But that comes down to Duncan Pickatanga. He's the guy that made the FDS, the XP scripts, the Lewis scripts. I got lucky I found that guy.
Yeah.
He put in a tremendous amount of work. Well, we were up working over the phone line on Skype at like 3, 4 in the morning because he's in New Zealand. I'm working on his time. So I'm back there typing out all the Lewis stuff that he wants me to change and rearrange. It was worth it though, because this thing is flying better than P3D and FSX has ever flown.
Yeah.
It's
It kind of looks hazy.
There must be some. What's with the stud on? Oh, this ain't gonna crap out.
No, I was still able to see the ground.
Look at that.
But no, yeah.
It's not up anymore.
Oh, there you go.
That's very strange. Yeah, there's definitely some weird things going on with this simulator today. There ain't no doubt about it. But yeah, it must be bad overcast down there.
Yeah.
Because right at the very bottom of the screen, you can begin to see some of the ground textures. Yeah, it must be bad there.
Yeah, I can see ground really good on this side. That's not too much.
Nope.
But no, yeah, the haze must be really bad. Oh, look. Right down there, I see a plane. See the strobe lights blinking. Unless it's just the texture loading in.
We're still running, so that is really freaky. Either that or there's some really nasty weather down there that we're going to run into. I mean, nothing but overcast everywhere that's going to kill these 1080 Ti's.
Yeah.
That's why I got a 2080 Ti in here and two 1080 Ti's in here.
Yeah.
Waiting for my 3090s, so these have a hard time keeping up.
Yeah.
But if it's nice and nasty down there, the approach should be pretty decent then.
Yeah.
Man, there's something definitely weird going on there. That should not be like that at all. I know what I'll be doing later on. Going over some stuff. Oh, I also forgot this. The extinguishers weren't working either, right?
Yeah. Now we're at 22,000. We gotta get to 11,000 feet in 18 miles.
So we got 13 here, so it's probably going to stop at 13 until we pass that, and then it's going to come on down to 11.
Yeah.
Down to 8. We getting 8 as shit?
The ATIS is 134.82. And if that doesn't work, then you could do 115.7.
115?
Yeah, 115.7.
Too low for this radio. So that would have to be the frequency, because the other one, that frequency is too low.
Yeah. There you go. Oh wow, look at all that. All that haze.
That is very strange.
Yeah, it's textures.
I hope they get rid of that in 12.
Yeah.
Hey, that Austin!
It's all good on my side though.
Yeah. It seems like it starts right here
Yeah.
and goes up and over that line.
But I'm sure once we get past it though, because it was on this side and then I passed a certain point and it was alright on this side, so maybe when we get past that point it'll be alright. Miles to 13,000. I don't know if we'll get to 13,000 in 7.3. Because then we're at 18,000.
So 18,000 feet, we're going to go to local pressure, even though we don't have it yet. We didn't get anything on the radio. So this would go to that. We would set up. Yeah. And we can bring this. We're probably going to need the speed brake anyway, but
Yeah.
go on it anyway. Yeah, as long as we're above 13,000, we're fine passing Steph.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be about 200, I would imagine. If I remember from yesterday, I think it was 201 or 207, if I remember.
No. 3,000 feet above what we're supposed to be.
Tile problems, yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's the weather on your side.
Yeah, it's like it didn't update.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it chucking along.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't crap out until we land. Be nice if there was another weather update and it clicked.
Yeah. Alright, now we gotta get down to 11,000 feet. We got enough time for that.
Oh, now it just clicked. Now they look even.
There you go.
Weather update. And still nothing from Newark yet.
Newark is getting pretty close.
Yeah, we should be getting.
Yeah, we should be getting at least something.
You know what?
Elevation 17 feet. We definitely should get something. Let's see, 134.825. That's so strange.
Oh, 2.5?
Yeah, 825.
So this should be 2.5 then. It's picking up an active frequency. That's weird. Because 80 should pop up and everything else should be dead. 134.25.
Because it's 134.825.
134.825, yeah. 134.8.
I was picking up a completely different frequency.
I don't think 82 is going to work though. Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Last two, so you know what? We'll just take runway 22. How we do that? That's what they usually use. That's what they usually use.
Yep. I could put approach on 22.
You can set that up for 22 if you want.
I was doing, usually they do 22 right for landing. Or I'm sorry, 22 left.
22 left?
Yeah, 22 left. So we'll do 22 left. Are we gonna do RNAV?
Whatever you'd like to do. Filbo and
What altitude was supposed to be at 8,000? So far, so good. Oh, here we are. We're about to back up on the map.
You can zoom that in, give you a better view. Oh, there you go. Now we're back on the map. Yeah. Once we come outside that little box, that blow-up box,
Yeah.
it doesn't put you inside there. It doesn't show you that data.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to do 2-2 left.
So we'll do 2-2 left.
You want to do iOS or localizer, runway 22 left?
You want to fly by hand? Fly by hand.
Yeah, I'll fly by hand.
Alright, so let's, landing lights, that's on. These are going to go to continuous, logo lights on.
Runway turn off light. We never turned this off, actually.
Oh, I just put them on.
Oh, you just...
Yeah, I just turned everything
Yeah.
on. Because we're below 10,000 feet.
Yeah.
Well, we're at 10,000 feet right
Yeah.
now. Waiting to go. So now let's put in our reference stuff.
Alright.
You want flaps 30, flaps 40 landing? You do 30.
We'll do 30.
Alright, flaps 30.
Because I'm sure that we're not going to be too fast going in. The faster we go, the more flaps we'll do.
108, 70. You'll get the you'll see the markings on it. You can fly by hand. 108, 70, and we're looking at 219. Set. So you can play from whenever you want to play. You want to come off the autopilot, you come off the autopilot, take it down the rest of the way if you want.
Yep.
You want to play.
I think we're gonna keep our autopilot until I get somewhat established on the localizer when we make that turn in.
Yeah, that's coming up.
And then once I usually have the runway in sight, that's when I fly by hand. Alright, we're leveling off, 8,000 feet, good.
240 knots.
Passenger sides are on. Everything seems to be good.
So we're 200 pounds below, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all it's steady, we're not losing any more.
Are we going to do a pre-landing checklist?
Yeah, we can do that. We'll run through it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, we're below 10,000 feet already. So let's see, 18,000 feet, flat P's auto, right. Panel pressurization, land altitude is set. The seatbelt signs are on. Flight instrument radios have been set. We set the nav radios. Set local QNH. Well, we haven't gotten ATIS.
Yeah, we have not gotten ATIS at all, so.
Let me see, can I get it from here?
Maybe, do you want to switch to New York approach?
Yeah, you can try it. Send.
Is it once
You know what? That's all canned audio anyway. Yeah, you can go to approach anyway. We won't get any ATIS information, anything like that. All right, let's see. It's 10:21. Let's see. And let's do 21. 3016 is what it's at. So where were we? Alright, below 10,000 feet. Exterior lights, check. They are set. Engine start switches to continuous. Okay. We're good till final approach. Final approach, we got attendants notified. AC pressurization panel set. Terrain display set. Speed brake on. Landing gear down 3 green. And flap set for landing.
I put it on 118.07.
Now. Hey boy! Yeah? What's up, brother?
Please enter a number followed by the pound.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, I hear you now, yeah. I heard you, then I didn't hear you, and you told me put in a number and press the pound sign for some weird reason.
118.3.
240 at 7. 240, 10 miles.
Alright, right now tower's active.
So it went up. Oh, okay. Yeah, what do we got? Where? Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. ATIS for Newark isn't working. Well, that's just wacky. That's a third-party stuff, so that might be it. Yep. Nope. Actually, it gave me a regular frequency.
Did we try 131? Because on Flight Simulator X for some reason, 131 is the ATIS. 131 point. Try 7. I believe it was 131.7.
Oh, yeah, we're about 20, 30 miles out. We're just left on. Hi, Pat. Thanks. Oh, there you go. All right, Pat. Yeah. All right.
All the pressure's on me. My girlfriend's watching. Gotta make a good landing.
Gotta make a good landing.
Yeah.
So say if it wasn't good, say listen, because it wasn't an Airbus.
Yeah. Because it wasn't an Airbus. It's a Boeing 737. Let's see. Wow. Now I see what it's like from the front of the plane. I did this last time I went into Newark.
Yeah.
We did this exact route. Actually, JetBlue did it. Yeah, JetBlue did it for some reason. Usually they don't share anything, but the flight was definitely quicker with JetBlue just because we went over the ocean. We didn't hug the coastline, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Maybe it was some weather data.
Maybe.
It looks pretty good now.
Navigator charts antenna for flight simulation only, not for navigational use. Alright, so we're coming in this way.
Yeah, we're going to come up through the top where that arrow is pointing down at like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're going to come in right over there.
Yeah, here's Teterboro right there.
Gimme. Yeah, we should be just a little bit below Teterboro.
Yeah.
So we can even change our minds and go straight into LaGuardia.
Yeah, if we really wanted to. Well, that's if, usually on the approach, wouldn't LaGuardia be like the secondary airport just in case anything happens right before landing?
Well, yeah, if you got a problem, then yeah, one of them over here would be. But if not, what we have for the alternate is all the way up in Boston. Because I guess they figured Newark, if it's bad here, it's going to be bad at LaGuardia. JFK is like right here.
Yeah. Yeah. And Boston's not too far away. I mean, if anything...
It's long enough just to piss the passengers off. They got to get back down to New York.
Yeah. Either Boston or, honestly, I would think Albany would be but Albany's not that big of an airport. But Albany, they could serve big aircraft, they just don't have enough parking spaces for everybody. Oh, there's another plane right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's right above us, 700 feet.
Yeah. Now, if we were running real comms and everything like that, where we were talking, obviously we probably would have gotten a proximity warning, or like a...
Oh, we got something from,
Yeah.
from,
Yeah, we would have had to turn. The number one tip, if there's a plane in front of you and it doesn't look like it's moving at all, that is the most dangerous thing that you'll ever see. And to immediately turn right.
that's why those lights are important. The green and red lights, you know what they mean and what side of the plane they're on.
Mm-hmm. Because there's a plane in front of you and it's not moving, that means that it's on a collision course.
With this, it's not too big because you have all the data, right? You can see this guy's heading this way. He's 6,300 feet above us. He's probably coming in for a landing.
Yeah, probably.
And we're going to cut in front of him. He's going to be pissed.
Yeah, actually, I did that in Flight Simulator 2020 once. There was an AI. He was coming in for a landing too.
Yeah.
And I cut right in front of him. I was 250 feet below him.
I'll do that every now and then because the sim doesn't know any better, and I'm on short final and you get somebody coming out to take off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not going around. You get out of the way. I'm going right through you.
Yeah. That's another thing with Flight Simulator 2020 that they have messed up a tad. Sometimes they'll claim it for takeoff, like actually with the new mod that I got.
Right.
With it's called AI Traffic by Alpha India Group, which is a great modification. I haven't had any problems with it, other than sometimes it closes out, but it's still in beta. The air traffic control actually works. Like, they clear for takeoff. Like, if there's a plane on the runway, they'll actually tell me to hold short, you know?
It's nothing. It's not taking us down here. We're off our mark.
Yeah.
Low 25, above 15 is where we should be, and that's not going to be enough. Get a little behind the plane. There's my bar, there's my bar.
No.
So we're probably going to have to need a little speed break here, more than likely coming up. Once we get the speed changed down to 145's coming up next. So she's speeding up a little bit. Let's get some speed break up. Yeah, see, that's not lighting up either. The speed break should be lit up here as well. There's a couple things going on here. New York City.
Oh, there it is. See the Empire State Building, Freedom Tower's over there. There's Newark.
Yep.
Let's see if we can find MetLife. MetLife's gotta be over there. Oh, there it is. I see it.
Yep, right there.
Yeah. There's the Statue of Liberty right there. The Verrazano Bridge.
Oh yeah, that old stomping ground. Bay Ridge.
Yep. For some reason, that bridge looks higher than the buildings.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a George Washington Bridge right there.
Oh yeah.
Every single time I've ever been on it, it is so terrible with traffic. I drove on it once because I was going to a family party.
Well, I did that a couple of times when I was going up to Teterboro.
Yeah. Terrible.
And I'd rather take the belt and go out to Long Island and come in through.
Yeah. There's MetLife right in front of us.
Speeding up.
Landing speed 160.
We're looking at reference speed is right down there. Flight 30, 128.
Okay. I see us on the map.
Oh yeah, we're in a little bit early. We should be up a little bit higher.
Yeah. That's alright though.
You know what? Let's interrupt this speed. Let's start slowing down.
Yeah, let's go to... I'll go to 190. Yeah, 190 is good.
Laps up speed.
There's MetLife right there. You know, that's the crazy thing about Flight Simulator 2020, though. This is one thing that I love that it beats X-Plane in. All those buildings over here will all be popped up and, like, very detailed. Like, it'll actually look like it. Like, I found my house in the middle of nowhere, and...
That's nice, being able to do that.
And it was great, because they used Bing mapping.
Where we at? Red. Let's get to 210. 210, let's go to 10.
Because usually it's
Slowing this bad boy down.
not above...
Yeah, 210 is max.
Yeah, 210 is max.
Alright, let's go to flaps 10 speed, shall we? Let's slow down quickly here.
Flaps 10.
Because Newark is right there.
There's the runway.
Yep. So if you want to take it, it's all yours. We're a little high. You can see on the Vazzy lights. So this will get rid of the autopilot. You hit that twice.
This
Once gives you the alarm, and then hit it again, the alarm's gone, now it's your aircraft.
my
Except
aircraft.
for the throttle. Throttle's still, and we're gonna go to flaps 15, and let's go get down.
All the lights are on.
Going down.
We're doing 22 left.
Let's get that down a little bit more. And we'll go to 25.
150 right now.
Plus 5. It's 128.
Let's kind of align myself a bit. Runway. Needs to be good.
Surprised I'm not seeing any winds.
Yeah.
30. Alright, we need to get down flaps 30. Speed brake is on. And auto brake is set.
Perfect. Right now I'm on glide path. I got 2 white, 2 red.
They've been notified and we are good to go.
Alright, 128 reference speed.
Over here if you want. There's your...
A little bit low.
And a touch to the right.
Glide slope. Got 4 reds. Not necessarily pretty. Now, will this automatically do reverse toss? Nice, I just saw a plane take off from the taxiway.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, just kidding, he took off from... No, that's wrong. They never take planes off from runways 11 and 29.
There's someone else waiting to take off too.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago we came in this way. I remember that once.
Yeah, they never use that runway now.
That was years and years ago.
Now, will this do reverse toss automatically?
No. So that they're already down and idle. As soon as we touch, and there you go, bring those up, and your reverse is set. That's up. Ooh, how come we don't have reverses here? What's going on here? We're not getting reverses.
That's alright, I'm using my foot brakes.
It's like the throttles are dead. Oh, they're coming down now. And we still had enough runway.
Yeah, we still had enough runway. Thankfully, Newark is good for that.
Yeah, there's definitely a few things going on with this freaking simulator.
Alright, we're going to landing lights off.
Once we clear the runway, yeah, you can come out over here. Landing lights will come off. Runway turn-off lights will come off. Taxi light comes on. We can get rid of engine continuous. Logo lights off. Wing light is off. They're off.
Alright, should I brake right here?
You, and...
Alright.
Or we can just taxi to a gate. Any gate you want. Doesn't matter. Pick one, anyone. Clear that out.
Alright.
This is all set up.
Nice, we got LL over there.
Now we'll start the APU.
Well, since we're doing United, actually we're crossing a runway right now. We're gonna do landing lights back on.
Yeah, you're gonna cross an active
Yeah.
the runway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come back on and off. And that can go back to map.
make a turn right here.
That is set, and what we can do now... Oh, the APU's not running yet. Let's wait for the APU to pop up.
So you got over here to the left, that's terminal A.
I think this light went to C97. You know where gate C,
Yeah, C97 is over there.
That's what it was showing on that, on the paperwork. APU was good. We are on APU power. We'll wait a minute before we go on ground, and we
You know, these planes look good.
the number 2 engine.
Everything is in the correct gates, too.
That's Traffic Global. And the guy that made this program, Jim Kerr, he's the guy working on ATC for X-Plane 12 now. So all these aircraft should absolutely work in 12 when he gets done.
Perfect.
With no problem, so... You might pull a little bit down because I got the number 2 engine cut off, so this way they can get the luggage out of the right side quickly. And it's been about a minute. We'll go on APU bleed air. So we can shut down.
Is that an Emirates? Okay. I don't know where he's going.
Hopefully he's making a turn. If not, we can go on the inside.
Yeah, let's go on the inside, just to be safe.
Because he looked like he's coming this way. I don't know why, unless he just landed and he's going to his gate.
No, I don't think he's going to his gate because those are mainly the United gates over there. 97 should be. What is that? A 737? Is that
You can see the flattened out engines.
Yeah. Looks like doesn't have the look at this. Oh wow! Look at that! Look at that A350 right there.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. All right. C97 should be right here, if I'm not mistaken. Like right here. Okay. Well, it looks like my brakes aren't working.
Brakes are failing?
Yeah, the foot brakes are not working at all.
Oh, they might have been toast when we were coming in. We used them all up. It's the pocket brake. Pocket brake gonna take. Parking brake ain't gonna hold them out, right?
Yeah, parking brake isn't holding them either. Engine cut off.
We'll get the one engine, give us some reverses.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's definitely been a few problems this flight. Ain't no doubt about it. You still don't want to slow down.
I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna do that.
My toe brake's working.
Your toe brakes are working.
12, 11, 10. Ground speed's at 10. With the reverses, we should be done. And the parking brake is on, and it's still not stopping us.
Yeah, well, we'll go to this gate right here.
We'll go to that gate and
yeah. Oh, look at that. Is that a 737? Wow. That's an old 737.
The old guppies. Yeah, this is definitely going to need some work. I got to take a look at 6. There's been too many issues with this.
Yeah, we'll go to this one right here. Alright, we'll do.
Yeah, because it's still picking up, and you know what? And we'll kill that engine right now. We got to start slowing down now with the engine down. 8 knots, 7 knots.
Brakes.
Stop. There you go. Pause it right there.
Yeah. Oh look, and the parking brake was pulled too.
Exactly. So there's something weird going on.
Yeah, there's something up with it.
Gazebo. No doubt about it.
Yeah. But
Basically, from this point, all we would do, and we're at the gate, right? Engine shut down. We're on electrical power. APU bleed is already set. This is all shut down.
and put the ground power
We're
on.
just going to open up the doors and connect ground power.
Yep.
Because we're on APU power right now.
Yeah.
So the electronic flight bag, open up the door and the cargo, connect ground power, ground air, and we're done.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
There you go.
Now, maybe next time you come, this thing will be working.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Now, let me see this.
Cause I'll definitely be back.